Spike. Spike was a cool name.
I always just did.
And I love Rugrats, but
he just has no hardships when you just
exactly. He doesn't go through shit.
It wasn't a hard game.
When you're like me and you're just bodying everyone you go through, every trainer, every little fucking catcher Tommy dude who fucking comes in my way, dude.
What they should have done, they should have accounted for grinding in those games. Because remember when you're a dumb kid and you're just running around like killing squirrels till you're like level 30?
Yeah.
Or it's killing like Pidgeys, and it's like they didn't think about that.
Dude, my friend who is a hardcore Pokemon grinder, like he's the kind of guy who's got like fucking Pikachu hat, Pikachu slippers, Pikachu t-shirt.
That's too bad.
The kind of dude, if you care about EVs and IVs, I feel like I shouldn't be your friend. That's just real rap.
He's about that shit.
Yeah, I was playing.
This is like my homeboy, and like I was sad to see him go this route. But anyway, he was grinding on the bus. Like we used to play, like we brought this shit back. We'd play like Game Boy and shit, and then we'd like battle him just for a meme. But he got into it, dude. He was grinding on the bus like to and from school. And he got so bored with the game that he did a Weedle only run.
See, that's dark.
It's hours of grinding just to beat the first dungeon, the like Brock.
Yeah.
He rocks your Weedle.
Right.
So he just rocks your Weedle up and down.
Of course, it's a fucking Weedle.
And so your Weedle has to be like level 25 off just straight Rattata and Pidgey.
Dude, that's a fucking that Weedle's got a fucking 8-pack, dude. He's just going in hard.
He was telling me about the meta of like mixing up string shot and tackle. He's like, yeah, man, string shot actually becomes worth it around level 25. Like, that really slows him down. You can get more tackles
And you're like, can you just roll the fucking joint? I swear to God.
Yeah.
Can we do anything else?
I was always pissed that no one would play the Pokemon card game with me, the battle, actually. Everyone just liked to collect. But I wanted to fucking... I wanted to throw. Nobody did. Nobody cared.
I started playing Pokemon TGC when I was a junior in high school. Because like my friend had an abundance of cards, and he's like, "Let's just make decks and start playing." And we did, and we bought boosters, and we were like, "All right, we're gonna start playing this fucking crazy." Lasted a week.
Yeah,
but then, we were like, we don't have jobs. We can't fucking buy boosters.
We can't sustain this. We have no income. The free market.
Yeah, exactly.
The marketplace of ideas.
The idea was to buy boosters,
but we could buy an booster. Like that was it. Like,
so is that the shot cup?
Yeah, I took it already.
It's fatty, dude. Look at it.
Very
that's
thick.
a big,
thick. 3 C's.
That's a shock if you take to a pig party, dude.
He's gonna be stepping on everyone's bits.
Cut the shots.
Listen.
Sorry.
With a shot cup like that,
it was up to there, right? So.
Ooh.
Oh man.
And I'm gonna be mindful.
How sweet.
All
are
right,
you?
Jet, are you good? Everything fine? Let's go. Let's go to video.
Did we get a hot tweet about it yet?
I haven't tweeted.
Hey,
I'm a lightweight.
I swear to
no
God,
one knows.
Jet, I will fucking. I will walk over there and I will slap that monitor down.
Neve's trying to tell me I'm a lightweight, dude.
Yeah, he went pretty hard with the beers the other night, and he did end up cutting his fingers. So
If I'm
I don't know what to say.
if I'm totally being TBH, dude, I'm a lightweight. So like I
No, it's not a bad thing, but he denied it.
You got a BH.
Neep.
It's like
Got a BH.
literally you could be anything, but you just have to not deny it. And
They flipped it.
yeah. I try to spin it like every college girl. It's just like I don't have to spend as much money to get drunk.
It's just
but, like,
not true,
just
Neep.
Really, just
In this case.
it's not true.
Yeah.
You've had 2.
Hold the video.
Yes. Go to video, Jet.
is this it?
Do it.
Literally,
I broke
put
his
PM in
camera.
his
Let me bring everyone up to speed. What we're looking into is not a very nice Canon T3i. We're looking into a fucking Logitech webcam.
A Logi,
because
dude.
Jet forgot his Magic SD card that makes the firmware better. And what Mike did is actually, he said, you can use mine because I do that too. And it was a fucking PM SD card.
destroyed. It got fried. It burst into flames.
So it was doing
The
Meta Knight
worm-
versus
it-
Pit
it
matchups.
was-
I don't know why.
The camera was just filled with worms now.
Yeah.
It just wants to watch hentai now.
Yeah. And
there was Nintendo reps that came in black robes.
There was
shut down.
Snatched
We had
it
like
off us.
60 people in here. They're all
The
done.
problem
the
was-
runes were drawn in blood
We
far
had
before.
another SD card, but the camera got cease and desist by
Yeah.
Nintendo, so we couldn't use it anymore.
They actually have to take the worm camera for evidence now.
Yeah.
It's over.
Gimma was messaging us, but we didn't listen.
Yeah. So, anyways, the camera's in Washington.
So anyway, welcome to Bad Melee Podcast. It's not the Bad PM. It's the Bad Melee Podcast. We have a friend of ours though on today, who is from the PM commune, and he apparently is hated.
Yeah,
and I didn't know this. So okay, this is Mike. Your tag is Guntherz.
Guntherz with a Z. Was good.
Do you want to tell me why that tag is what
it
is?
So what I figured is that so I'm.
Better be good.
I'm good at. Well, no, I think it's because like I'm good at being not good at being sarcastic because that's stupid. But like it's hard. I think I'm hard to read sometimes with people, and so when I'm talking ish with the boys, just trying to be playful, some people don't see it as that, and so it kind of gets misconstrued, and people are like, "Dude, Guntherz is an asshole." Like
Okay. I thought you were going to tell you I asked what your tag was from.
My tag?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to start
You
my
botched
tag.
it.
Botched it? All right.
Start it over?
14?
Yeah.
Start everything over.
Black screen.
Go back to black screen. Do the Pokemon bit again.
You got to come back through the door. Reintroduce yourself.
No. What's your tag from? I'm interested because it's weird.
Yeah, I actually just told a story last night. When I was 14, I thought the name Gunther was funny, so my Xbox Live gamer tag was Sergeant Gunther Sack.
Okay, like a
yeah.
like
I was stealing valor. It was real bad, but and then it changed from that to Gunther's Got Funk, and then I lost the Got Funk because everyone called me Guntherz, and I was Guntherz, and then that was it.
Now, why did you have funk?
I had funk. You know, I was chatting up a babe. You know me, dude.
At 14?
No,
damn.
Dude, that's a prime age to be on MSN sending nudges.
Exactly.
Ooh, you hit him with a, hey, what do you, what's
I
up?
actually remember, I remember specifically, I don't remember what I sent, but she sent a text back and was like, no, it's like disco funky. And I was like, I think funky is a funny word. It's cool.
His whole life is just based on, that sounds like a funny word.
My life is just like me trying to get a bit out of anything. So like... So I was like, yeah. So it's like Gunther's Got Funk, and I was already tired because like with Sergeant Gunther Sack, there was no capital letters. It looked washed.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bad tag.
No,
so I was like, I need to get it more fucking nice and clean. Gunther's capitalized. Got capitalized. Funk capitalized.
Very clean.
It looked nice.
And then you dropped the funk.
Then I dropped. The funk. I dropped the Got Funk because I was in a Gears of War team. I was trying to make it big,
and you were like, "This isn't."
This is too
goofy.
I need people to know that I don't got funk because I'm about it. I'm a shooter. Like
you're a hitter. You're a real one.
Like I'm a real one.
I got a KD. Now.
I gotta take it serious. Like, dude, honestly, my weeklies were pretty solid.
Wow. Okay. So now back to what you're saying. You're an asshole, apparently.
Yeah.
So we have a friend here,
yes.
Microsoft J from Australia, and he plays PM. And apparently, he was like, "What did he say to you?"
So this is what happened.
He was like, everyone was just chilling in the kitchen, and then he comes in with the pizza and is like, "Yeah, sometimes you're just awful on commentary."
Yeah. And so,
like, oh, nice to meet you.
Here's the thing: is because he's from I believe he's from Australia, right?
Yeah.
And so, at Bigger Balcony, there was a gentleman by the name of Star, who I figured out doesn't like me. I didn't know this. I was playing friendlies with him for like hours. I thought we were friends because we were playing games together and like talking. But turns out he doesn't like me. There was an incident where I accidentally killed him. I played Ness. I guess it really doesn't matter. But I accidentally killed him, and someone behind me was like, "Oh, that's the Guntherz," and he like freaked out. He was like, "No, everything could be the fucking Guntherz. Like, I don't like that." And I was like, "Dude," I was like, "Wait, hold on, dude. Like, I've never done."
You should have just been like, "Listen, you're in America, and you just got fucking swagged on."
And you got the Guntherz.
Yeah, you got I don't know what to tell you.
You're in my house, and you took my combo.
And I asked this fine gentleman. He asked Star in their Discord, and Star said that I guess people in SoCal, I believe he's talking about me, but people in SoCal like to talk shit behind your back. And what he's referring to is, I don't know if you guys know this, on Smashcast TV, forbidden website.
Formerly Hbox.
We're
going to bleep that out in post, don't worry.
Yeah. There's a Balkcast.
Yeah.
Ran by Jason Waterfalls and Zesty.
Oh, a podcast, huh?
Yeah, it's a little podcast they do. But we were doing the pools for Project M. And I was on one, And I had said,
as
you do.
I believe I was just joshing.
It'd be un-American not to
Yeah,
be.
I was joshing with the boys, and I was like, Star, that guy's probably garbage. He's from Australia. Everyone outside of US pretty much sucks at PM. So like,
you don't remember this.
Honestly, though,
Is that what happened?
I remember that specifically. I remember specifically because I'm like, I'm just like, I'm talking shit with the boys. And
Okay.
so, like,
honestly, though, like, I think he came through and kind of got farmed anyway. So
well, yeah, it's like I was like, where's what he place? Like that's all I'm asking.
yeah,
It's like where are my
not
Americans
to rip
at?
this
Who
guy that
won?
I know, but yeah, I think he kind of didn't do so
Yeah,
hard.
and if
You
I'm
know
being-
him personally?
I mean, yeah, I know him.
And if I'm being
semi-personally,
honest, Sonic carries you. Anyways, we're gonna just keep going. Like
Dang.
I feel so new to things.
I figured out, yeah, and so I figured out he didn't like me, which is fine because like I've went through a few things.
So when he was playing friendlies with you, was he like doing that thing?
chill. He was chill.
Really chill.
He was
he wasn't
chill.
like, "Arr,"
No, I mean like he was trying, but like it's friendlies, whatever.
but he wasn't getting like mad and shit.
No, he just like did that weird pop off when someone said it was the Guntherz. He
was
gets-
waiting.
Yeah,
man.
I think
just
He
I
just
think
really didn't want to take the Gunther.
Yeah,
pulls out a switch, but he's like, if they call the fucking Gunther's again,
Yeah, and I
I
was like-
swear to God. And you're like, all right.
I was like, dude, deer in headlights. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's always. I hate one of my least favorite things about playing Smash games, and even just being in a friendly setup, is when that guy just like, it's uncomfortably ragey, and you're just
Yeah.
like bodying some guy in friendlies,
Yeah.
and he's just like. Suddenly the mood switches, and you're like, "Is this guy about to come back with the heat?" Like, it
Hey, I
gets,
gotta go get my car real quick.
it
Stay
gets,
right here.
like, really, really like.
Let me get something out of my bag.
If I'm being,
He
if
reaches
I'm,
into the bag, and you're like actually sweating bullets.
It's like
If
you're
I'm-
hoping it's a new controller, but
Yeah.
part of you
but
knows
yeah.
it's a burner.
if I'm being 100% honest, that's
I
me.
hate
If
that,
there's
dude.
an ices wobbling me in a friendly setup in melee.
You got that ice cold thing. Just close.
Because the thing is I don't like I'm not used to that. I don't see that in my game. Like
Yeah.
there's also ices have infinites in every game apparently, but when
Nick
it
thinks he's
happens.
stunning on me right now.
Yeah, when it happens in melee, I feel so helpless, especially in friendlies. I'm like, don't you have other things to practice? Like,
No,
because I don't, because I
that's the
don't
answer.
know.
That's it.
Well, yeah, and so like I'm a BM kind of guy. Every time this happens a couple times at the balcony. There's a dude who plays ices there. I can't remember his tag, but when he's wobbling me in friendlies, I just start checking Twitter. I pull my phone out in friendlies. I'm like, 'cause like I'm not trying to do it for.
It was a low point in my life at a Power 9 recently.
Oh my God.
I heard you were
Fuck
out-
you
side
for
note, dude, I
that.
heard you
That
were out
was
of control.
not okay.
I was probably the most awful I've ever been to a human being
Hit it up, dude. What happened?
at Power 9.
You were that guy.
Were you there? Did you see it?
I heard it, and I heard from everybody else in the room.
Nick liked it. Nick thought it was
no,
great.
Nick
No,
didn't like
it was
hell
not
yeah.
okay.
Nick didn't
He was
like
laughing
it.
a lot, right?
Nick was one of the
Hell
people
yes.
who came up to me and was like, "I didn't like it," and he wasn't the only one.
Let me, John. I was having a real rough day at work. It was real stressful.
You know, pounding
come
down.
to P9 to see the boys, to talk about the block in many forms, to hang out. Anyway, I play this fucking dude, and it was in losers, and what was his tag for friend? So nice.
He's so
Why
nice.
do,
He is
why do
literally the
ice
nicest
climbers
guy.
always have
He has
nice
to be.
climbers?
He has to
friends,
be. He has to be nice.
happy
because
boy.
he's a son of a bitch.
Because-
he's great. I
No,
like him.
because
he's a
if-
good person.
Because if they played into being a degenerate, I feel like they would just get. You would have to throw hands on a monthly basis with an ice climbers main. Like
I'm with it.
Anyway,
exactly.
I'm not proud of this, but okay, half of it was memeing, but it definitely was coming from a place of anger and hate. So anyway, we're playing. I go Falco. He picks ices. I'm like, whatever. So I play. He beats me first game. When he grabs me, he's doing handoffs. I'm like, that's gang, right? That's what he's into. Thank God for one, right? And so he
it's
beats
still
me.
guaranteed though.
He beats me. I'm like, all right. And
looks
so
cool
I'm
at
like,
least.
fuck, this is
The
hard.
very
It's
least.
a different cutscene.
Take him to Yosh, switch to Falcon. I'm like, I'm just gonna need a shield because let's go, right? Fuck this. And I beat him on Yosh. I think he SD'd. I didn't deserve it.
You definitely barely won. You
Definitely.
counterpicked him and barely won on Yosh,
Yeah, it
and
was
then he
great.
wobbled you.
Anyway,
on
so
Dreamland.
we go
I'm
to
with it,
Dreamland.
yeah.
We go to Dreamland.
Okay.
And he gets his grab, and then he starts wobbling. And I'm furious because he set a precedent beforehand that
doesn't
he
owe you
wasn't
anything. He doesn't
wobble.
owe you
That's
No,
what
he
I'm
doesn't. No, he
saying,
doesn't. You're
dude.
right.
He
You're
came
right.
at you. He came at you with the hand tied behind his back,
You're
and then
right.
he was like, "You earned my full strength,"
Yeah.
and pulled it over on
And
you.
I was just so fucking annoyed. So I was just like, oh, it appears that he needs to use wobbling to beat me, everyone. it was yeah.
He was actually that loud when he did. Like
That's amazing.
a bunch of people were like,
and he was just
is Slime
like
okay?
smiling, just like, yeah, man.
I did something similar at my first melee tournament. I had to play against Who's the Claremont Ices player?
Zach?
Zach,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
It was at James Games.
He's got tendrils here. He's got a lot of lore, a lot of roots in this home.
It was at a James Games, the first James Games tournament for Melee. And that was a low point in my life where I was like, I'm gonna play Melee too. I was like, I'm picking up Falcon. This is it.
It's a low point in everyone's life.
Yeah, and so
I feel like that's PM.
I win. Yeah, no, I win. I win my game 1. I have to play against what's his tag, Daddy.
Yeah.
Dad.
They tell
he's
me,
got a. It used to be Soup Dad.
I believe they told me I had to play Daddy.
Yeah.
And I played against him, and I was doing okay at first. I start getting wobbled, and then I start checking my phone. And then eventually, I believe at one point, he was wobbling me on FD, and I just looked at him and I said, "You wouldn't wobble a kid with glasses, would you?" And he just kept fucking hitting me with it.
Wait, were you like, what do you mean?
Like you wouldn't hit a kid with glasses, would you? Like I was just like, you wouldn't wobble a kid with glasses,
No,
man.
yeah,
Come
no.
on, like. And he kept doing it, and he knew I was a PM player. He knew that I wasn't a Melee aficionado. Like, and
They
so
love that, man. They love.
and I feel like he was getting off on it.
Yeah,
and
no,
then,
he was.
But
Confirmed.
the justice in the end, though, this is the just desserts is he also beat Yams that tournament doing the same thing. However, he had to play Sergio later in like a winners finals match or something. Sergio's botting him. Me and Yams were in the back screaming.
Yeah, nice.
Screaming at him, and to a point to where he turns to Andrew, who's the TO, and he goes, "Are you gonna do something about this?" and then Andrew looks at us, he's like, "You guys gotta be quiet." And we're like, "All
Just
right,
the
cool."
meek, like, look, you heard him.
Yeah, it's
say
like, come on,
that.
dude, you gotta not do that. And so I feel like I won in the end because I watched him lose, but it was
It's always a great just desserts when an Ice Climbers runs into a peach.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're getting down smashed and they're looking at the screen like, this just isn't fair. And they're like, oh, isn't fair.
Oh
huh?
really? Oh, is that?
Oh, doesn't feel fair, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was low. It's a low point when you meet that,
Yeah.
and that happens. And
Sure.
I hope it doesn't happen to me again. But I can't promise at this point. I can't promise.
You're a loose cannon, dude. I saw something that I never wanted to see.
Have you guys?
He's also the nicest guy ever.
He's super nice.
Yeah.
He followed me on Twitter afterwards.
Oh, that's the worst.
Wow.
Like-
No,
Even
that's.
after
No, I
you
feel like
acted like
I
a
feel like
complete
idiot.
that's a soft flex.
It is a soft flex, and I said, "How dare you follow me?
Yeah.
How dare
Wow.
you speak
you
to me?"
followed him back.
But I
You
did
know
follow
what,
him back.
though,
No,
dude?
he's fine. He's fine. He's a really nice guy. It's great.
He asked you if you wanted to get off the hook.
Yeah.
Being an asshole. And
No, like multiple times, and then I went back for more.
Yeah.
Remember,
didn't even shake
I
his hand
refused
at
to
first.
fist bump him.
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
I've done it
That's
so many
disgusting.
times.
And then I'm
That's
pissed
PM,
off.
That is.
And then I go back and I'm like, you know what, man? Good game. Sorry, good shit.
And then I
walk back
and
then I walk back behind him and I just start talking more shit.
Oh, it's that,
I
that's
was
that,
so
that's
mad.
that ish though.
I can't believe I went there. And I didn't like that. But it happened. Anyway,
It's ugly.
so I met Mike at a balcony, actually. So
Yeah.
the first time I met him, Don B was actually farming one time,
Yes, that's
which
right.
was nice.
Oh, you were there that day?
I commentated.
We commentated.
You guys commentated together?
commentated
Yeah.
Grands
That was the
against
first time
Eric.
I commentated with
Honestly,
Slime.
he got off the mic and he was like, I've just met someone who I think is one of the funnier people I've ever commentated with.
Yeah, that was cool.
No, because you have to understand, PM commentary is like we have funny people, but there's a difference because I feel like
Well, nobody really does it like this crew, with Ludwig and
PM
Mikey included, are
Ooh.
very different to how most people do
PM
it.
commentary, the best commentators in Southern California, they're silly, but they're not funny. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Being silly is like, oh.
Well, yeah, it's
But
like you
being
can,
funny
you
is
could be
like
silly,
being
it's
on the bit like
no,
fast.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
like playing off of each other, being like we were synergizing first time on the mic, and we were just hitting
It
it.
was really
yeah,
fun.
I actually rewatched a few of those games because I wanted to see what it was like to see Eric absolutely break to pieces. Eric, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I think we have an extremely even record, and you're a great player. You've also improved.
Fun fact: I've taken a game off of Eric with my Ness. Continue.
Get
yeah,
it.
and I
Get
just
it.
wanted to see because I was losing and losing and losing to Eric all day, and then in game 3 of the second set that I'd consecutively lost. So I lost 3-0, and then I was about to lose 3-0 again. I think I just started bringing it back on him. I won 6-1 in Grands or something, or 6-2 or whatever.
yeah,
and,
that was good. I remember that.
I just wanted to see what changed. So I rewatched that, and the commentary was just so funny.
Yeah, it was great. And so I was like, hey, that guy's, gang. And I didn't say
I
that.
remember you noticing someone was like.
And that was
definitely
also the night that we tried to go to Dawson's show.
We did.
Oh my god, was that?
So we show up to a skate shop, and there's just a bunch of like really quiet white guys.
You weren't there, buddy.
Just like kind of nodding their head to some other band, and we were like, "Oh, nice. Dawson must have warmed them up."
I think the band was actually called Quiet.
Really?
I swear to God.
Hell yeah, brother.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we missed Dawson that time. But that was a really fun day. And again, when we talked about the Balk closing, that was like kind of a bummer because it was cool.
We just started going to the balcony.
The cool thing about the balcony was that like it's always been like a tournament first, but there's always a party vibe to it. You know, you pull up to the balcony. And like you're making friends, like you got homies there. You're gonna go there. They're gonna have a wacky bracket that you're like it's $1. I'm with it. Like I'll play I'll play Yoshi eggs only, one stamina. Like that's.
I really like that, and that's the heart of Melee too. It's the heart of all Smash games, right? Rocking up to a house, meeting some people. Hey, you guys want to chuck in for a pizza?
Well, exactly, yeah. In the early days of Balcony, they'd buy Little Caesars and sell them for $1, which I would say is upcharging. And I get you're trying to make your bread, but
sorry,
it's
that's
a convenience.
That's
the
right? Marketplace.
That's the marketplace. Yeah, you buy your pieces and you sell them.
That's the invisible hand at work, my brother.
Like I would pay that $1 to not have to worry.
Exactly.
Just buy the slice.
Well, no, it's $1. It's the peace of mind.
Don't get Miles drunk, dude. He's gonna be so incorrigible.
And
very incorrigible.
It's water.
That's not water.
Please no, Miles.
Last one.
God
cut off.
That's
a thick.
Miles, I've been avoiding this all night, but I just wanted to say your head. I don't know what it is about your head. You remind me of Scooby-Doo.
Like,
does that make
the
sense?
Dog or the concept?
No, the dog Scooby-Doo.
The dog.
I don't know what it is.
I think you're actually being racist right now.
I'm
not sure how, but I think you are.
I hard agree with the concept. Not so sure about the dog. Don't know if that's really chill to say.
I'm more a Shaggy than a Scooby.
I don't know. I really wish I could delve into what it is, but when I looked at you, I was like, I could see I see a 3D Curse of Monster Island Scooby-Doo in you. Like,
wow.
Christ.
And you know what? And I mean that utmost respect, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get this out of the way first because we might as well talk about it. But GTX happened.
Can we just go back to the Belk really quick?
Yeah,
I just want to talk about the phenomena about how we always used to. When it closed down, we were like, dude, Belk's closing down. Last Belk. But when it was open, it was like, hey, you want to go Belk? No, fuck
no.
Yeah,
no.
It was like that
I'm going to just lay in bed all day on a Saturday.
It was like that relationship or that friend that we just treated poorly, and then they left us finally after years of mistreatment.
Oh, my God.
And we were like,
whoa, dude.
Oh, no. After all these good times, we had so many good times together.
Bro, you've been the lightning rod for like 8 years. Like, what are you doing? And what are we going to do?
The highlight reels of the friendship actually flash before our eyes, and it's just phone calls going, no, dude.
Yeah. And you're like, actually, no, yeah, it's fine. And what's cool about Melee is you're like...
we were sitting at the Belk like, is this the last time? And Anthony's like, dude, you've been here like 5 times.
No, exactly.
You were reminiscing as if like you have your most cherished memories here. You're like,
for sitting out on the porch and eating Fantasy Burger with that obese cat, though, that was a good time.
Yo, Naruto.
That cat is a real hitter.
My favorite thing about that cat is that it was a PM player from Missouri. Drove here with his cat.
Left
the cat.
What?
Cat's still there.
That's it.
The cat was adopted by one of the other people.
I didn't know that was just a drifter cat.
It's a migrant cat, dude.
Have you guys played Dark Souls?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know when you find out the lore behind the bosses and you're like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I guess maybe we're both a little bit the bad guy.
Yeah, he's like Sif the Seedless or like the giant dog. You're like, oh, you find out his backstory. He's like, he's just protecting his owner.
Yeah.
It's like you find out, I was like, oh, you got the beast cat here. He's like, I was dropped off by
Dark Souls boss. I
was dropped off by a poor PM player who couldn't sustain his living here and had to move back home.
He's like, and now I eat my feelings at the balcony from kind strangers.
And now I just sit on all of your chairs so you can't play friendlies.
Now strange degenerates feed me meat.
Dairy.
I get a piece of pastrami thrown at me every now and again.
And I'm like, I'm sorry for calling you fat cat. I don't know your past.
Yeah, no, it's well, okay. Yeah. Do we want to GTX? I feel like
I have a balcony story.
I should let you guys let's get warmed up with GTX.
Okay.
And then let's just cut loose to the free market afterwards. But
why are we talking about the free market?
Because it's the truth. It's the truth.
Why are we talking about the free market? Have you heard of Ayn Rand?
The Fountainhead, hello.
Why are you guys on this week?
Ronald,
because roasting libertarians is something that doesn't happen a lot these days, and it still
needs to happen.
It needs to stay alive.
I
problem
hate
is-
libertarians with a fiery
problem-
passion.
Yeah, well, I
problem-
hate roads.
Yeah.
So
And driver's license, I think they're really oppressive.
the problem with
as well as a
libertarians
public
is
sewage system.
they always have sound arguments, and they seem to win all debates because they don't factor morality into anything.
Yeah, no,
so they're
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, we're just in the free market. We own our own road. It's like, oh yeah, people are assholes.
look, a 7-year-old can work for me.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
see the problem
I don't
here.
understand why we can't just have infant workers. Like, we can train them from the ground
that
up.
article
Like,
we saw, w's wrong with selling babies?
Yeah. Like, is it really that big of a problem? And they're like, yeah.
they don't even know they're free yet. Like, just keep it going. Like,
If anything, they'll acclimatize to the work environment quicker.
Right,
Because
exactly.
that's all they'll
Anyway,
know.
that's why the fuck we talk about the free market. Anyway, GTX.
GTX.
I actually wanted. So I had homework for everybody. Did you do your homework?
I have a little notepad here of.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
of
shit!
I wrote down some stuff.
He
because
came over prepared.
I wrote down some stuff.
Oh wait, before, dude, I have notes too.
Okay,
and I
cool.
wanted to say this before when this started. I should have said this. So we have a friend, and he might be a friend to you guys as well in a way. Zeke, he's been playing a lot of MapleStory,
Hot bread.
Are we doing a
My man's got the Expo.
and I just want to say, we all experimented when we were younger.
Zeke, I love you.
You know, the problem
And-
is like I was more of a gun-bound fella, and then
Oh my
Hey,
god.
fans, brother. You got some fans around here.
Holy shit, dude.
I
Hey,
hate this
look,
because
this
this
has to be
happened
a
5
sidetrack.
podcasts ago,
This has to be
and
a
I didn't know.
sidetrack.
I was just sitting there the whole fucking time.
We're talking about the glory
I
days,
wish
like 2006.
I
right?
wish.
Zeke,
I
get
could
better.
remember.
Stop playing MapleStory.
I'm going to explain to you. When I was in kindergarten,
Yeah.
there was a LAN cafe by my house. Me and my brothers would walk there every weekend. We'd buy 2 hours of game time. We'd play Gunbound. Had to make new accounts every single time. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, but it was so lit. We just getting to shoot little fucking balls at people, just trying to rock
It's
kids.
like that, dude, yeah.
Yeah, like I have no idea. I could never tell you the name of anything, mainly because I was in kindergarten. But like, I wish I knew how lit it was. But in my
Gunbound was
mind,
like
it
the
was the sickest
first
shit ever.
online game I played.
Same,
I was
Same.
playing
I
it
think
in,
same. That and CS 1.6.
I was playing Gunbound in like grade 4. I'm probably 2 years older than you. So
Yeah.
and it blew my mind.
It
I mean,
So
Grub
good. Grub, dude.
and
Boomer.
Boomer and Grub.
Are we
yeah.
done?
You're on.
No.
Are we done reminiscing?
Okay, after that, when we talked about it last time, we tried to like hop on a server and like play.
Did you?
We
And, like,
re-downloaded.
Yeah.
Dude, I've re-downloaded a couple of times. It is a shell of its.
Yeah.
Is it not the same like every game you
Yeah,
want to
it's
play again?
not the
No,
same.
they've completely cash cowed it.
Yeah. Well, it's the
mean,
marketplace of ideas.
What's up?
So it's
What's up? Yeah, what's up? 06 RuneScape. Like I'm just trying to like say.
I'm trying to play original Gunbound.
Yeah.
honestly.
I think there is an original Gunbound, but it's like
We
the
were looking
website
into
is
that.
so sus.
Say,
that I
it's
can't
the
trust
PM
it,
of
yeah.
The
Gunbound.
website is like bare HTML.
Yeah.
It's called Hunbound. It's
Yeah.
It's just a white page with hyperlinks, and you're just scared to click them.
Yeah.
like I don't know.
It's like
Run that through a vast
Every,
real quick.
every
before-
click is just a rush risking your credit card information.
it looks just like a screenshot of someone's like aim away message, and you just have to like click the link and hope it's Gunbound.
Somebody needs to create a subreddit or like a Instagram or something that's just like MSN, Gunbound, Tristan Tale, like all of these things like stacked on top of each other. Like away message noises from MSN.
Just really sad away message.
Yeah,
just,
yeah, that's like
song
lyrics.
lyrics.
Yeah, it's just like Blink-182.
yeah.
Please tell Mama was not her fault.
I was too young for that.
Anyway,
GTX. I didn't do the homework. I'm gonna be real.
you didn't do the homework.
So I watched the video.
I have never done homework. Any of the homework that you've told me to do. Ever.
The guests are always up on it with.
Yeah,
Blood
they don't
Week?
know what to expect. They think it's serious.
I cheat off the nerds, man. I'm not.
if you guys are trying to pass around
Miles,
these notes,
Miles,
you guys
did you
can go
watch
ahead.
the homework?
Yeah, I watched it live.
Here you go. This is all
Oh,
of it. If you guys wanna
shit.
read
I was
along.
playing Mario. at
You
the
know
same
the
time.
homework I linked. It was a video.
It's
Yeah.
just a video. Yeah.
You know we're skipping class though.
Yeah.
First
fucking
question:
kids,
Where
man.
was this event held at? Was it Idaho?
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Utah.
Mormon town.
Because
So
my first we're talking about the intro video, whatever this video, the top eight intro.
it was a top 8 intro.
top eight intro. Okay, first
and
of
holy
all,
shit.
they got some broke ass roads. If you were a libertarian, if I had owned those roads,
Wait, what
we wouldn't
roads?
have those. It's the shot starts with a it's like panning. It's going down
for the little.
And then they're walking around with these CRTs, and it's like, dude, fix your roads, my man. Of course you're walking. You can't drive on that baby. Well, like, you gotta fix that.
That's the issue. Is the libertarians took over and took all the roads.
The Mormons.
The guy who owns that road is quite poor right now.
Okay.
People aren't using it. They aren't paying to use it. Anyway, I thought that that documentary type of thing was okay in idea. The execution. Like, the guy's voice acting was just terrible.
Yeah, no,
and it ruined it.
The VA was terrible. That's what I was saying. It felt like a really weird, high-quality Tim and Eric sketch. Like it was like
that sucks when you're trying to be serious.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like because they were trying to be hitters, and they were like, we fucked up.
You know what else?
They came out with Shrimp.
Being a big company that appeals to grassroots, it's like that new guy in the friendship group who's like, yeah, we've always gone to this food spot, right, guys? And you're like, dude, we've been coming here 15 years. I met you last week.
Dude, love the talks, bro.
They're like B-Town, right? That's where we stay at.
There's no money.
And you're just like, who are you? You know, it's like this community's been rock strong for years, and it's like, this is you guys' first tournament. Yeah, thanks for doing it, but like, I don't know. It felt weird.
It was pandering.
Was the video where it's just like him talking about why
they're walking CRT?
Why he chose Melee or whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, there's no big. it's not a big esport to be in Melee.
It's a 5-minute video.
I saw it actually because now that you're saying that, I remember the guy's like really cringy voice,
like a lot of modding.
Good. Yeah. If you watched it and you couldn't finish it, you got extra credit.
Okay.
Your boy had to sit through all of it because I was writing on my phone. I was scribbling down.
I think I turned off the stream because of that. And then everyone,
that's so bad.
And then everyone, like on Twitter, was just like Pulp.
Yeah.
And then I came back and I was like,
that announcer, God bless his soul. My boy messed up almost everything.
Okay, I want to do something real quick. Jet, swap out. Jet was there. I'm gonna man the stream, and he's gonna tag in.
Could he maybe swap out for me so I can use the restroom real quick?
New bit. Well, yeah, sure, I guess.
This has never been done before, by the way.
Who's gonna?
Oh shit! Am I gonna be the first? Am I gonna be the first one?
Just fucking big chill. Can you big chill? Thank you.
No,
for 2 seconds.
Listen,
why didn't you do this beforehand?
I did before. I have a tiny bladder.
You got a tiny tank?
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
I'm small. I'm a small man.
Are we just keeping him here against his will now?
Yeah. What's up, Jet?
Wow, this shit sounds weird.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
It's very loud.
Get up, dude.
Bad levels all around.
You're on the other end of the mirror.
Yeah, no, this is weird, dude.
So how was it? How were the drums?
I thought the drums were cool in person. Well,
let me
have
tell
you guys ever played Taiko Drum Master?
Yes.
At the arcade?
I've seen videos of people playing it.
So, like, I love that game. And then I saw that shit. I was like, oh, there's going to be some Japanese people in here. And then there was like 3 white people and a girl.
Maybe they played a lot of Taiko Drum Master.
That's what we called cultural appropriation.
Yeah,
it's not.
That is actually chill.
Not easy.
If you want to get into a full globalization, then everyone will steal everyone's culture.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Marketplace of ideas.
So I'm not for globalization, so I can be against that as well.
Now you're running the bit. I like it.
Yeah. I'm with it now.
Yeah, but anyway, I thought the event was really, really good.
The announcer, though, was like his first day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the announcer.
It was his first day ever?
The MC guy, yeah.
From Southern California, shroomed. Let's get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, wait, no. Wow. Wowzers, like, you.
Jeez, boys, I really blew it.
Yeah. Zoinks. And then he just kept doing it.
Jinkies.
Yeah. I have it written in the beginning, flubs intro, and all the way at the end, announcer can't stop flubbing. That's all I have written down. I don't remember what, but I just remember he just couldn't stop. It was just like flub after flub. It's like, and then S12J, like, I don't know what he was doing.
He just sweated out half his body weight in
the
sweat.
YouTube comments, there's like time steps for every flub he did.
Oh,
and there's like 6 of them.
No.
That's amazing.
But yeah, that good guy, he was emceeing the whole weekend, and like day 1, it was just doubles pools, and he's like, "Wow, guys, this is my first Smash tournament. You guys are really awesome. This is
little did he know, he had no idea.
Like, he's never been to a meet where guys stay up till 5 a.m. eating pizza and smoking pipes.
Yeah, that's like such a bad look. I feel like that needs to just be removed from Melee events as MCs.
Like
pretending, just the weird pretend like we're a big esports.
It's just
thing.
not who
I
we
say
are.
we're. Yeah, I say we're as if I'm a Melee aficionado. But yeah, it always feels weird when they try to do something bigger than itself, because it's like it's like they said in the intro. It's like Smash will never be a big esport. It's like it won't, because CRTs are dying and fucking controllers are dying and like it's like, why do we have a guy that's like, and now Like, go away, dude.
It's just so out of place, and I don't think anyone.
I think it feels
actually
even
there
whack
likes it.
when someone from the community who's been kind of vetted, who we would all appreciate a little more,
Just
even
shills
tries it.
out.
Yeah.
Like even when they give it to like E or Fendi or TK or something, it still feels whack.
Yeah.
And we know that person, and I think Smash is very hostile towards someone new.
Very true.
And
Like,
this guy just
to a fault,
completely
yeah.
sucked.
And the other thing I have written down here noted is Hbox was the only person that played into his announcement and like did a little like cheer thing and walked up. It's appropriate, but
I think as soon as the guy said Pulp, all of the top players just instantly checked out.
They were like, "What? What's going on?" I was there.
the question
filming
was,
it.
what was it like in the crowd?
I was,
Sorry, it was
I was
mic.
like on the stairs where they walked up. I was filming everybody, and then I was with Bobby Siege, the CLG coach, and then we just looked at each other. Did you just say that? And then you can see in the background, Hungry Bucks and Mewtwo King just like cracking up. At the
It's my
Pulp.
least favorite orange juice too, if I'm
Pulp,
being honest.
Pulp was
no
not
Pulp.
happy.
No
No
pulp,
Pulp.
baby. I'm not trying
Pulp
to get
free.
that. Yeah.
He picked the worst player to do it to as well because Plop hates that. Like Anthony got Plop's sponsor wrong deliberately as a bit in that.
actually didn't.
That was real.
I messed that up.
Sick.
That was why it was so funny.
The
Yeah,
greatest
it was just
unintentional.
organic.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's just like, it's Panda Global.
Yeah. I think you also brought up ESAM, and I think they beef.
What?
Like when you brought up ESAM,
Oh,
they
shit.
like
Team beef?
Yeah.
So, Jed, did anything that happened that you were there?
Anything that happened that you were there that... Sorry, I'm repeating the question because you're
Yeah.
not on mic.
No one
but-
could hear you.
Yeah.
Smart.
Happened that don't do it. I think.
How about you don't yell and
Yeah.
just get
no,
back
ask
into
the
your
question and then I'll ask it.
Any insight to give us?
Insight from the tournament from Jet.
There and you were working the event.
Because Jet was
Yeah.
there working.
So I was hired by Beast Coast. Shout out to them. You like that show?
Nice.
No,
nice.
absolutely not.
But
On that Mike Hayes
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
But what was it? I thought overall the event was really good. The venue was super dope. The jumbotrons were.
I heard a meme. This is I
Something.
don't want to cut you off, but I heard a meme that PM was being held in a bathroom.
I didn't see that.
I can't.
I couldn't find PM, so it's probably true.
So
I mean,
I can't say I can confirm or deny because I wasn't there. But a higher up in Southern California, Humble Dojo in the PM community, said that it was being held in a bathroom. So look, I understand that you guys, we pal around, Melee and PM, we're just chumming and stuff, but don't put us in a fucking bathroom.
Your
guys.
game's called Project Melee, though. I
Actually,
think we can put you wherever we want.
Look, the project was never finished, so I just feel like you should give us at least a little respect for trying and
Well, your project broke our $8 billion camera, and you have to pay
Look,
for all of it.
no,
so.
not their project, my project.
Your project.
My project broke
Okay.
the
The
camera.
signs, there were directions to the PM
Yeah,
area, and all of the signs were like
somebody
Project M, an arrow sign, and then it was stuck on a
people
trash can.
yeah people started taking the signs and putting them on trash cans.
Yeah, there was a
So it was
every
it
sign
was
had
a
trash can.
I like
it was
that.
a chill bit. Professor Pro won the tournament. If you guys were wondering, we're
So
out
there
here,
was
I
a
guess.
PM tournament. Actually.
Yeah, no, there was a guy, a really nice guy. His name's Doug. I don't know his tag. I think it's maybe Pinecone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But he was shilling pretty hard in the SoCal PM page. So I knew it was happening. Nobody went there though.
Really.
I really
That's
don't feel like the
interesting.
guy who has to stay in a bathroom longest on a weekend won.
That's Professor Pro.
Yeah, no, I don't. He might have won the tournament, but I don't feel like he was really the most successful player there.
You know what? You're right.
He's
Hungry
probably
Box,
spent the most time in
Hungry
a
Box
bathroom.
entered, got upset by a random Chicago Snake player,
There you go.
and that's how PM works, guys.
Any closing words yet on the event? You thought it was good?
I thought it was good.
Closing
Like,
words on
in
the
person.
event.
Chill?
I thought there were tons of setups. UCF was dope. I think the worst.
Leffen cry?
I didn't.
Did Leffen
Ooh.
cry? Is there a snap out of that?
Was
I
there?
saw him in
Does
the
someone
VIP
have that
room
on a GIF?
Sunday, and he was just like warming up. He was fluffing Armada.
Damn, he was
Um,
in the VIP room shaking his damn hand, dude.
yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks to Jet.
Hey,
Shouts out to the
everybody,
boy.
hey.
He's got a hand
Hey.
or two, baby.
He popped his. Oh, Utah's weird?
Utah's
Yeah.
weird. I've been to Utah once. It's
He
very
said with
beautiful.
the most serious face, but Utah is really weird.
Yeah.
And then he just scampers back to the setup.
There's drive-by Mormons.
Drive-by Mormons?
I didn't.
He's holding a sign that says "Help me" right now.
My friend who toured in Utah said it was inarguably just one of the most bizarre places he's ever been to.
What about it?
Just everyone's in their Sunday best,
Yeah,
and they're like, "Hey, you coming to the sermon?
You coming to see Christ?
Yeah."
And
then
Joe?
the moment you say no, it's just like, "Oh."
When I went to Utah, I didn't interact with a lot of people, but I sat under a tree and was listening to music, and I was just like, I can get used to this. The scenery's so nice there, but apparently the people there are buck-ass wild. I don't know what they do, but...
You want to know something funny? When I lived in Colorado, I was very close to the Utah border.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about Tindy?
I'm talking about Tindy because
No
Tinder
LDS.
Tinder was really sparse there, so you had to up your mileage, right?
Oh,
and so,
you're a 50-plus boy.
So you start... Well,
That's a hustler.
I mean...
That man is on a mission.
You get out of college, what are you going to do? Go back to college? Hey, what's up?
I know you just started. I finished.
Not a
what's
good look. So you start
Nothing
getting
wrong with that, brother.
You start getting the Utah runoff, and
Run
you
that as long as you can.
start seeing LDS, like non-LDS, LDS. And you're like, what the fuck does that mean? You got to look it up. Latter-day Saints, they're Mormons, so they have to specify on Tinder whether or not they're Mormons, so there's no confusion when you match with them.
Yeah, that's a big
people,
thing, dude.
You know, so.
Especially for like college towns.
So
it's,
Latter-day
really,
Saints is a type of Mormon?
No, it just means they're Mormon.
Mormonism
or not.
is the Church of the Latter-day Saints.
I just don't know why they need a ladder. Are they not tall?
Yeah.
What's the
No.
deal?
It's like Smash Ladder.
Yeah, you're trying to reach the invisible.
you're trying to be-
they match with each other,
Right, and then they fight.
they just keep matching with each other, and there's so much inner, I don't know, like connecting between them.
Right, and then you rank 1 on the Latter-day Saints.
But you still get third place. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think like also just
Like, you might be ranked
Utah
1
in
online,
general's
but, like,
weird.
you're probably still
But,
not
like,
as strong
who cares?
locally.
Yeah, like
Like, rank 1 online, you might just be a big farmer.
Utah in general has a lot of weird rules that like if you don't live there, you don't really know. Like social constructs.
Like
and,
what?
I don't think they have cigarettes in any of their liquor stores. I don't even think their liquor stores are liquor
That's
stores.
un-American.
They got a lot of. I think their like weed laws are really strict. Like,
Yeah.
you get caught with some weed and you're in trouble.
You're looking at a 9 to 5.
You're looking.
Yeah.
They make you work.
You're looking at 3
you
hots
have
and
to
a
start
cop.
knocking
I
doors 9 to 5 for Mormons.
I think you can only get alcohol in Salt Lake.
Yeah,
Really?
and I heard
Yeah.
on Sunday like everything closes down. I've read that before. Like
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
no, yeah,
fucking-
Sundays is-
People, I don't think people drive on Sundays. No, I'm dead.
No,
ass.
we don't use the. We only use what the Lord gave us. On
Dead
that
homies?
day.
I have,
No
I have
one's
a real
driving on
romanticization
Sundays.
of America where, like, I want to go and meet a girl from a place like that, like Middle America. Like
yeah,
some
you've
fucked
had
up-
your Southern Belle fantasy. You've had all,
No, like Middle America doesn't have to be South per se. I do love the South.
You just want this idea of the
Like country America. I'm just smoking a cig, just out in the field, you know.
Jesus Christ.
That
Piece of
sounds
weed hanging out your
miserable.
mouth. You're just sitting there with your.
That is the antithesis of everything I've
I'm
ever
with
read.
it.
you got a tank top on, your rocking chair. I get it. No, I get you.
I'm about it, dude.
Wow. And then you just go inside and
Farmer's
practice
wife comes up.
your LBJ.
Don't bring Mario into this.
You start ripping on Miles for speedrunning Mario 64, and he turns into a cornered animal.
No, I'm just saying, me and Neep have a ritual, and I'd like that to not be shit on.
Gotta get those half A presses.
It's
in,
actually
man.
beautiful. They just practice doing Mario speedruns and drink, and I think Neeper goes to school again.
He sometimes goes to school, and when he comes back, we continue the real. mission.
This is like Maple Story and Zeke. We're worried about you, man. I mean,
But this is healthy. This is happy. Maple Story, there's a lot of control being clicked and not many friends being talked to.
Every
That's
time I
true.
go on Discord and
You
see
know?
Zeke's playing Maple Story, I kind of like.
Oh, that's the worst.
it's like he gets home and his eyes are all red, and you're like, "Hey, sport." And he's like, "Hey, I'm going to bed," and you're like, "Okay."
I'm really
all
hungry.
right."
Could you make me something to eat? I guess.
I'm gonna take a shower.
Yeah.
Like, all right, yeah, no. I mean,
Do we have any Nutri-Grain bars left?
you're like, you can't. You haven't caught him, so you can't fuck with him. But
Yeah.
you're worried.
Yeah.
You
He's
know.
just clearly high.
I feel like I've failed every time.
Only
I say
Fig
it.
Newtons again, Mom. You're just
Yeah.
like, stop, please.
So yeah, but it was really funny because I came up to you guys and I was like, so what about your boy Leffen, huh? He lost the lovage, but then he like johned insanely about it, which I thought was really funny.
That was a
all
that was
these
a
fake
heartbreak.
Leffen fans are jumping off, and I love Leffen for this exact reason.
All he does is John. He's like me if I were really, really good.
Yeah. You know what?
Maybe that's why you like him.
That's
Okay,
the
I'm
cool
with
thing
it.
about Leffen is Leffen is the everyman top player.
He really is.
Because like,
well, I was playing like shit. It was my controller.
Like,
bad seating.
Yeah, people try to prop up Mango as this like he's like the man of the people, but it's like nah, man. He's just like he's really good and he's like kind of broy. But Leffen is like who you are as a player.
Yeah,
like
dude.
you're not Mango. You don't drink on a fucking Sunday morning. Like that's not you.
You're
Leffen.
struggling with mentality.
Yeah,
and just
you're
like,
Leffen. You practice tech skill and lose to somebody seated way under you and get super pissed and John on Twitter or to your boys in a group chat.
Yes.
And the same guys roasting him and the same guys who John in a group chat, not on Twitter. You know.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the 13 effin, the 13 fin, whatever that was. I don't keep up a lot with Melee.
But yeah, no, it's
a lot of people hit him with that one. I was like,
I think it's boof, man. I think like it sucked that he got so much shit and he was actually really shook by all the shit he was getting, which is not cool. But like, man, talk shit, like, you know, get hit. Right?
Yeah, like
he does fire off a lot.
Yeah.
It was a weird because like you want to be like, dude, come on, guys, don't lay on him. He's a good dude. Like he's
a human being,
yeah,
right?
like
Give him a break.
He tried, but then you start looking through his history and you're like, you know what? Honestly, dude, I'm glad Love cheated with that backhand. Like that weak bear to shine was kind of lit. Like it was pretty live.
He just
think about it.
Got him.
Yeah.
He had to do it to him.
I like the old Leffen who just let plebs know and just got results, and he just said, you know what, I'm gonna beat everybody, and then he did.
Yeah.
And like plebs would go for the fist bump or try to hug him, and he'd just like kick him to the curb.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Don't even fucking look at me."
Yeah, he'd just be like, "Get away from me!"
Trying to get your gross germs on me.
What was that?
Lesser?
And now he's trying to
Leffen
reason
is
with peasants,
sick.
you know.
Wait, HCC Leffen?
Where you just like, I think they seated him pretty like unfairly, and he's just like, wow, this is stupid, but I'll take it.
Yeah,
and then he
I
just
got it like
fucking
that.
destroyed everyone.
And he was like up throw naring Hbox for a joke, 3 stocks up.
It was like
what a boy.
That's sick.
See, because that's that shit you would do if you were about it. Like
Yeah.
if you were hitting on somebody, you're like, I'm gonna.
He up throw Ness just in place just for a joke, and then starts taunting.
Well, Hungrybox looks like his life is on the line.
Yeah.
While Hungrybox is mouthing out lyrics, standing up, doing the moonwalk, trying to do whatever fucking
like,
ritual he does
he's
to win
pouring
games.
fucking sweat, and it's just like.
He's
angry at every
lambs
STI.
on the stage.
He's playing, doing a
Give me another
handstand.
And, yeah, dude. And speaking of Hungrybox, he won, and that was actually a really insane clutch on the Yosh.
Yeah.
And then he ruined it by being himself one more time.
Yeah, it's just like
And we've talked about this so much, but like, god damn it.
I don't exactly. I don't.
Why
follow.
can't for once he just be like, yeah, this is what I do, this is who I am. Give the crowd one of these ones and just walk off.
Hungrybox is the guy you really want to be happy for, but you literally just
You
never
can't. You
he
physically
makes it
can't.
impossible.
You're happy for him right up until the moment where he goes and spoils it all.
Yeah, exactly.
There's actually this sweet like
He
Eye of the
is-
Hurricane right after the set ends and like right
And
before
you're
he gets
impressed,
up
and you're like,
just
damn,
like,
that was good melee.
wow, you have this clarity like, man, melee is like sick. Like
That was
that's such a
amazing.
sick puff. Like
What a
it's all
well-played
clicked.
stock.
And then you see him turn around and look dead into the camera and just start like popping off.
I made that poll, and it was like more genuine a soccer foul or Hbox pop
I
off.
saw that.
Like
I was live.
it's you can't discern.
Yeah,
Right?
no, it's like
It's like he saw someone be excited on TV, and he's just trying to do what they're doing.
extra. The best way to describe
So
him.
extra.
My man is just so extra.
extra.
Every time he does something, he has to go the extra mile to be like, I'm gonna hit a
why?
TV. I'm crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I'm wild.
yeah.
You know, have you
It's
guys
like,
ever
man,
watched
you're
his
engineer.
stream?
Chill out. Like, go work on a fucking spaceship. Like, what are you doing?
And like Mango was pretty extra throwing his shirt into the crowd at Evo, but like every time Mango does it, it feels
When
right.
Mango
feels
does
right.
it, for Mango, it always feels on brand. Whenever Hungrybox does it, it feels off brand, even though he keeps doing it.
It
Yeah.
feels
Like-
branded in a way like executives were like, yeah, I think this will reach the kids. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
So we've got 5 hands for over dramatic pop off.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go with that one, guys. Table your suggestions for the next meeting, and we'll try to work it into the next one.
He's a
but-
forced meme.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
He is a self-forcing meme.
Yeah.
Where he
And-
just keeps trying.
He just keeps posting and posting, and every time everyone's like, "Fucking dead this item."
That's like, can we
Yeah.
please get something else? Can I get a fucking Johnny stock on
Yeah.
Reddit instead of this? Like,
Yeah.
What's going on?
And he's the best. And it's the L we have to hold.
And that's the thing is it's like you have to keep holding because it's like he keeps winning. He keeps doing it.
He's so good.
He's amazing in the game.
He's amazing. He's so good.
Wise words, Jesse Pinkman. He can't keep getting away with this. He can't. Someone has to stop
And this
him.
is why Leffen is such an like. I think Leffen and Mango represent kind of an equal thing in the Melee community right now, which is like uncertainty.
Yeah.
Armada Hbox Grand Finals. When Armada plays Fire, he wins. When he doesn't, he loses. That's kind of how. That's the status quo right now.
Yeah.
When Armada is playing the way he can play, he wins, and that's boring. And when he chokes, Hbox always wins, and that's boring.
Right.
So, Leffen and Mango, they don't always win and they don't always play well, but when they do, it's lightning in a bottle, and that's what we're all watching Melee for.
Right.
And
to be fair, I mean, it's not overtly boring. Like that, the grand final set was pretty cool. But it was just like we've seen it before. But that's not our.
It didn't matter which way
that's
it
not
went,
their
though.
fault. That's
Like-
true. Yeah.
like, whichever way it went, people were like, oh, wow, Hungry Box really did it again.
It's like two robots playing. There isn't the
That's
fire
yeah,
there,
and that's the weird thing about it is like as a viewer is just like it's like when people when the top players are like when some of them are like, well, it's not for you. Because like we're playing for money, we're not playing like the
It's
stream is
not,
the
no.
stream is
True.
for you, and it's like that's true, but like come on, dude. Like
Yeah,
come on,
come
bro,
on, dude.
like
Just come on.
I
dude.
think though that like if you come from another esport like StarCraft or any of the other long-standing esports, it's not for the fans. And
not
a
at
lot,
all.
A lot of the strategies that they use sometimes are ultra exciting and get clipped and are like, wow, this man is his execution and stuff is next
And
level.
then there's
And then there's a lot of games that are lame and have been played out. And Melee is the last esport to accept that. And Street Fighter accepted it long ago. You know, you see matches where it's just Hadouken, Hadouken,
Yeah.
Hadouken.
Well,
for 5
and
minutes.
a lot of Street Fighter stands will be like, "That's the game. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the beauty,
and
and, that's fine."
A lot of Street Fighter fans love that. And I think a lot of Melee fans, and Melee is the last game to accept that maybe planking is the meta. And maybe we should enjoy that and learn to watch that.
see the thing
Yikes.
is the
Nah,
thing
B.
is no.
Yikes!
That's
You
what
can
I'm
miss me
saying
with
is that,
that.
is that maybe Melee isn't as cool as we all
No,
thought.
here's the thing is because I feel like because Street Fighter fans are typically a little older, a little wiser, and with Street Fighter, when you see a lame game, they're not looking at the Hadoukens, they're looking at
The
oh, that,
spacing.
yeah, like all the micro spacing, all this
No,
shit is
I
so
understand.
cool. But when you're watching Melee and it's just like two people dash dancing or puff fucking
But that is
planking,
really cool.
No, it is cool, but fucking for half the audience who's watching, they're like,
For
this
the-
is
the
probably the
layman.
lamest thing I've ever seen
That's
in my
what
life.
That's
like,
what I'm saying is that the history of Melee is like Mango being amazing, Captain
Yeah.
Falcon, big explosive combos
No,
with
yeah.
Falcon. Like these are the things that fans love, and the pros have kind of sacrificed a result often to do that.
Yeah.
And that died years ago in other esports.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
no.
long ago.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I think Melee has
Interesting.
clung to that longer than any other
I don't-
esport.
I think
Is this
part of
idea
it
of
too
like
is
playing cool instead of playing to win.
visually, like Street Fighter, like if there's just two characters just throwing like fireballs at the opposite ends, it's like it could still be visually pleasing, but for how fast Melee is and everything, when people just aren't doing anything,
Yeah, it's
it's
true.
kind of jarring.
It's very the contrast is insane. You're
Yeah.
like, whoa.
But that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool, but like again, like a layman would be like, huh, wait, why'd they stop? What
I
is
think
this happening?
laymen have just learned to appreciate other things in Melee. And we all started because we saw a Falcon combo video or a Fox combo video. And we were like, these are the things that are possible.
Yep.
And this is why we're playing.
Right.
But
Anyway, Melee's dead.
I
Yeah.
think planking's dope, though. Keep doing
play
it.
PM.
Hbox.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, PM Power 9 soon. Hit us up. We'll be
So-
out there.
Whoa.
PM is a
Is this
game.
true?
No.
Yeah.
Good,
No,
good.
yeah.
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 PM's moving to Power 9.
Yeah. This whatever. I think it's Sunday. Whatever day Smash 4 is, we're gonna be moving to there.
Smash 4 at Power
This
9.
is a
Wait,
an
is this-
insider tip for anyone.
This
if
is
you-
illegal. We're not even allowed to.
Yeah.
Well, I
The
mean,
feds
it's
are on
leaked
their
now.
way.
They just.
Let's get in our time together as
Yeah.
soon as we can.
Everyone lock arms. It's just.
Lock arms in peaceful protest.
They just shoot us all anyway.
Yeah, they're
Classic
gonna-
American fashion.
Just 4
we're
red
just
dots.
like this. We have no weapons. They're just like,
They're like,
he's
"Yep."
got a gun.
That's him. He's resisting.
Yeah.
Get it.
But yes. Anyway, PM. Why do you play the boy?
Okay, so
I feel like every Ness player I've
there's
ever
two
met,
boys.
they're the
There's
same
Lucas
person inside.
and Ness, though.
Right, but he plays the
I
boy.
play the boy.
That boy. What is Lucas?
Lucas is a
So-
little blonde Aryan.
Aryan child.
That's
even,
my boy.
Yeah.
That's the boy I would play.
So, I wish, I love telling people that it's because I always thought Ness was the coolest character because I always akin myself to Ness as a child. growing up through the Smash series because like he's a boy, I'm a boy.
Right.
We play games.
That's how I feel every Ness main is.
However, the real reason was that in 3.02 of Project
He just
M,
got a fat buff.
PK Fire would hit on shield.
Yes.
And you could hit it on the shield, and if they didn't know how to buffer a roll, it's a free grab, free punny.
I remember.
And so you fucking, you throw a PK Fire grab. Ness is all about his punish game. So like when you get a grab, that's big D. So
big
like
D.
you're throwing
punny,
heat.
big D.
You're throwing heat. Your upper,
I won-
back
Yeah,
air.
it's
Exactly. I beat Yams at a PM tournament by doing that alone. Who is a way better at that point?
Yeah.
Way better player
Yams
than me.
Yams
He used to
started in
farm the
PM, I believe.
balcony.
Yeah, he used to farm. He
He
used to farm like
really-
HD Sundays.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
for a while I was HD's number one. I was HD's premier PM player for a minute.
Wow, I didn't.
But
know
no,
that.
Damn,
We got a
it's
hitter at
the
the
thing,
table.
no,
See what's
no.
going
The thing with Yams was that he never owned a setup. He would play whenever Brian and Sergio played,
Okay.
and I think he never really took the game all too seriously. And then I think just recently he was like, I'll get a setup. I'll invest in learning the game a little more. And that's him. But as far as playing the boy in PM, yeah, it was cheap. And then they got patched out, and I was like, I'm in too deep. And then
I'm in too deep.
I learned one fucking character specific thing, so I got to stick with him now. So here we
Yeah,
are.
you got it. I remember back in 3.02, what was his name? Reslived. He talked about how he would just spam
Fucking
PK
Reslived.
Fire, and I was so mad. I watched that stream, that Xanadu, and I was like, fuck
Isn't
you.
he more hated than Guntherz? Right?
I would almost say me and him were like East Coast West Coast counterparts. Like
Jesus.
Ouch.
I wish that wasn't true, but as far as Reddit's concerned,
Oh, no.
Same person.
Me
Why
and-
do people
me
hate
and-
you so much? What have you done?
okay, so it starts with commentary. Here's the thing is there's been 3 separate Reddit threads about my commentary. None of them were praising me for the record.
Oh, no.
Microsoft J
So you
was
just let it
showing
fly?
me these threads.
He's
showing
like,
me the hot-
no, he's an
the
asshole.
hot
Look,
takes.
here's the
and
thread.
it started with Bigger Balk. And the thing was initially they came to me and my buddy Quandiverous. We're a good good duo.
You
We're
know.
a good duo. Quandiverous, if people who don't know, he's a fucking weird dude. He is
I bet he is.
Yeah.
he is a
hentai cover photo. We've
yeah.
been through this before.
he's a strange feller. but,
Quantiferous is a hentai affiliate.
probably.
Probably.
Okay.
I mean,
But
I'm just assuming that.
Oh, okay, you're
he's-
assuming.
no,
I thought
he's
this
like
had
a-
been
it
covered.
goes all the way to the top in
Yeah.
PM.
It does, yes.
It's actually
So-
top bottom.
So, anyways, we're a commentary
Real
duo of
pyramid
sorts,
scheme.
and the first proposal was, "Hey, do you guys want to commentate pools for Bigger Balk?" We were like, "Of course," because we both know that we're not good commentators. So commentating pools is that's your ish if you're not a good commentator. 'cause
Exactly.
It's not like you don't have to do a whole lot. And then after
You
that,
just have to not suck.
exactly. You just have to not be like, "Wow, nice back air." And so after that, they were like, "Do you want to commentate a block of top 64?"
And
I
I'm like,
was-
hell yes,
yeah, and
bitch.
I was like, "Are you kidding me, my dude? I'll do it, of course, for free." And then I get there, I do it. I make one mistake. This literally all started. The thread of my commentary was started because this dude mained Sheik and Zelda, and I said one wrong thing about Sheik and Zelda.
How wrong was it?
I was
Sheik
like,
can't turn into Zelda.
I was like,
They're like, wait a minute.
I
Is
said,
that actually true in PM though? Do you have to pick the different character? Or
you can
still
pick each
transform?
character.
Can you transform though?
You can transform, but you can also just pick each character
That's
in
fucked
the
up. I
character
don't like
select.
that.
But
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't
the
like that.
flub,
I need my options select.
the two flubs I made were the first one was I said I think Sheik and Zelda can act instantly out of a transformation because it seems instant.
How dare you?
I didn't know.
There's
know.
actually
apparently-
5 frames of
No,
lag on
exactly.
that, bro.
And I
How
was,
dare
and
you.
then the other one was this is entirely my fault. But I said I think
And
Sheik's
you
jab,
said I think.
yeah. I started with I said I think Sheik's jab might be just like one frame because it's
Okay.
quick as
It's
shit.
definitely not one frame.
And somebody
Get
literally,
that ass
No,
banned.
this is
There's like very few one frame
this is
moves in any
hilarious.
game.
No, I know. No, this person made it very clear that there was very few.
Miles is like
This is-
actually offended, just like
I know. My favorite part was he was like,
I
of course
actually
it's
made
not.
this thread, so
He was like, of course it's not fucking one frame, idiot. It's
Goddamn.
2. I was
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
oh really? One whole
It's
extra frame,
double,
you asshole.
fucking
Like,
dumb shit.
and here's the thing about Reddit is that in all 3 of these threads, because the second one was for Balky's Palace, and I'll get into that in a second.
I love
but,
Belky.
But
Big ups, Balky.
but for
Microsoft J is funny.
but when I responded in the first thread, instantly everyone comes in and they're like, oh, dude, your commentary was fine other than that one flub, whatever, but then they're roasting me everywhere else. And it's like, oh, you just don't, like, I'm not a person to you, but when I respond, then you're not about your business. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta be ready to walk away when you pull the trigger.
And then so let's go with.
No, I think you gotta be ready to pull the trigger again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you're
like,
on a forum,
you're talking
like
more?
this is
Yeah.
Like, imagine in
Right.
PUBG when you're stalking someone and then they turn around and you just ran away instead of fucking shooting them. Like,
it's a yellow was my dog, I'll put him down scenario.
yeah,
Like, see, he turns to you with the puppy eyes, and you gotta be like, no, dude, I know you're a person.
exactly.
I know
And
you're a
that's
living thing.
And
Right,
that's the
right,
opposite of Reddit.
Yeah.
And,
Everybody on Reddit talks crime, but they're scared of jail, dude.
And yeah, exactly. and so for Balky's Palace, this is kind of a longer story, but what happened was so
Should we bring? Do you have anything you want to add to this? Actually, since we're having guests.
no,
Nothing
no,
nice.
no, don't worry, I'll cover it because here's what happened. It starts off far before the event even happens. So there's a player by the tag. I'm just gonna I'm naming names.
Get it.
Fuck it.
Hit him.
Player in Texas. His tag is Arsenals, and so he
He's on
Lame.
blast right
he
now.
was
Not just
housing
one, multiple Arsenals.
he was housing
How many? We'll never know.
he was housing another SoCal player. I'm not going to name that name because that's my intel.
Got it.
He was housing a player.
Well, he knows.
now
Well, of course, my
Okay.
my name. I'm brought up in a conversation for some reason. Arsenal's very candidly is just like, I hate that guy, and so
I say that a lot.
and
Sounds
he
like
was.
PM's real clicky.
And here's the thing is I don't know.
Bunch of mean girls.
I don't know this guy. Never once have I interacted with
And he
Arsenals in
he
person.
hates-
and
not
he's
dislikes.
And he said, yeah, and
I
he says,
hate that
he
guy.
says, he said, I hate that guy. And so if my man want to yap, I got the chopper in the lap. Like I ask Jason Waterfalls.
Amen, brother.
I asked Jason Waterfalls. I say, Jason, here's the only thing I ask of this event. I'm an unseeded player. He's ranked 6 in Texas. He's going to be seeded regardless. Put me in his pool. Because all I want out of this tournament is to whoop
You
that
want
ass.
you want to crack at that bussy.
Yeah.
Exactly. I want that pussy
Sometimes,
bounded.
sometimes
And-
you see one and you just want to get in there. Get in there.
And Jason, he says, that's hilarious. I will do that.
So
But,
colluding.
yeah, but the only
love a
thing
good bracket
the only thing I
I'm
ask
about it.
is that you commentate top 8 drunk off your ass. He
Top
said,
Wow.
8? The entire event?
He's like
he
chaotic,
Said, he was like
good.
He was like that, and I told him
This is like a win-win.
Yeah,
Really.
my exact message was I will show up to the commentary booth double fisting if you need me to, because you got yourself a fucking deal. Anyways, I beat Arsenal's in pools. I don't make it out of pools, but I beat him because
Is it round robin?
yeah, it was a round.
So you
rob.
beat the seeded player, but you didn't.
I lost to
You just had to let him know what time it was.
no, yeah, because
I had to give him that hot second
yeah,
seed.
he was seeded second, lost to a 5th seed. I don't know how that works.
But
But
first seed though.
Huh?
He beat the first seed though.
he lost to the 1st seed, beat the 3rd seed, lost to the 5th seed, and then beat everyone else.
So you were the only one to beat him. Other than
I was the
first seed.
only person seated under him that beat him.
Wow. Nice.
And you know,
and you didn't make
he
it
had
out
to
still.
he had to counterpick me. I beat his main, and he had to counterpick me. Whatever. Anyways, so this is all leading up to Balky's Palace top 8 commentary. So
What's Balky's Palace?
Balky's Palace was a regional held in Las Vegas.
Caesar's Palace.
What? Why? When?
I really don't know why they decided to do that. They were like, we're gonna have a regional. We're gonna fly out a few PM top players,
Why
and we're
in
just
Las
gonna.
Vegas?
I mean,
That's
why do
why-
we
just-
flip coins at
just-
Power 9?
Just
Why
cause.
Why do you bet on timers at Power
Yeah.
9 every week?
It was meant to be some. It was meant to be
Listen,
some like
I got crucified betting at Power 9. That's a story for another day.
it was a weird event because like the side events were like Jenga and Bowser's Bigger Blast, and like it was kind of like it was meant to be kind of wacky. Like we weren't
Who flies to Vegas for that though?
a lot of
PM
people.
players.
PM players,
Different
yeah,
community.
because we're dry.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that
so I'm
sucks.
commentating top 8. I'm gonna go ahead and say I was doing a good job up until grand finals, and grand finals hits,
Jesus.
And
so
you're at this point, you're Edward commentary hands.
at this point I wish
Are you sipping
I was
as
gonna.
you're commentating?
I was going to. I wanted to send you the photo. There's a photo in SoCal Project M. If anyone listening is in that page, you can find it. It's a picture of me with my headset on, swigging a bottle of vodka in a high quality photo. This isn't like a TMZ leak. This is a high quality DSLR photo of me sipping, and I am fucked up at this point. And and so our best player in Project M his tag is Thunder's Reign.
Yep.
And
we know him.
He's known for a few things, but this is what he does. He starts Grand Final Set 1 as Sopo. So I don't know if you guys don't know this, in Project M, you can opt to play as Sopo. If you pick Ice Climbers, hold L when the game's starting, you spawn as Sopo, you're only Sopo for the entire game.
Just only Sopo spawns.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that?
That's what I was saying. No, because he was BMing, and I
so
floated.
Just set away to this guy just for fun.
Yeah, and so I was before it had started, or before the grand final set had started, I was saying Thunder's might throw, or he might sandbag a little bit. And then I suggested that there was a certain Blaze Blue tournament where 2 players, they were brothers, I believe, they started throwing the set and they were playing secondaries, and it was just kind of like whatever. And the TO, he took the pot bonus out because he was like, if you guys aren't going to play seriously, you're not going to respect my event, then you're not going to get the pot bonus that I threw in.
Wow.
And so I was like, I wouldn't say it was jokingly, but it was like, I know that I have no power because I'm not part of Team Balcony.
But you said the pot bonus might get pulled off this bullshit?
No, but I was like, I was like, if he starts throwing, why don't we just pull the pot bonus to make him try, or like as a threat to make him try?
Whoa.
And Jason Waterfalls, who is part of Team Balcony, he was like, I will not do that, but you are more than welcome to tell him that to get him to try if you want. And so I am yelling.
That's so sick.
And
that's
so
levels.
I yell out, I say, Thomas, if you don't start trying, we're going to pull the pot bonus. He didn't do it. It doesn't even, like, it's not even, what's funny is because like people were flaming me on Reddit for that. And here's the thing is when that Reddit thread came out, the Reddit thread was, let's talk about Balky's Palace top 8 commentary.
I hate those.
And then,
I hate those.
No.
Even
better. The thread. He doesn't even say anything. He just says, "You know what I'm talking about. Have fun." And then when I comment, when I comment in the thread, he comments back and he's like, "Yeah, dude. You know, other than that, your commentary was pretty good. You know, like I'm sorry, dude. It's whatever." It's like, dude. Eat my whole dick, Yada. Like, are you kidding me? You can't, like, you don't get to fucking talk all that ish. And then when I clap back, you're like, my bad, dude. Like,
it's so passive aggressive too.
Clap back though. No, to be honest though, these are just bottom feeders who are trying to farm some karma.
Yeah,
farm some karma.
And then all you post is like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And they're like,
No.
"Love your work, man.
Exactly.
Love your stuff, bro."
I comment back.
Big fan.
I comment, but see, here's the thing: is my problem.
Hit you with the unironic
Big
fan.
Big fan.
My problem with that though was that
boys in the background are saying "fuck big fan." I agree.
I took the high road, and instead of coming into that comment thread guns blazing, because I know how Reddit is, I was just like, my bad, guys. Oh man, did I do that? Oh shucks. And I was in the carpool with my boys, and I was like, these fucking idiots. Like these guys
play right into it with all the sorry.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about these people. I was shit posting immediately on the SoCal page afterwards. I was like, I do not care what you think. But anyways, so Reddit, most of the people who frequent Reddit, I got into a little tiff with the NorCal player by the tag of Pikmon because he was like, it's so fucked up for you to yell at a player while he's in game. He's playing Sopo, asshole. How about you just like calm that down? Like,
yeah. These guys weren't at the venue and they have no idea how like some relationships are between players and commentators and how the player might be having a little laugh as well.
I almost mouth kissed Thunders that tournament because we shared a Belvita chip. Me and him are homies. Okay?
See, there's a connection.
It's not like me and Thunders aren't friends, and I'm just having a giggle with my boys.
Friend, yeah. And people on Reddit who are so distant from how the community actually is like, Grand Finals is going on, and you're yelling.
And the thing is he was like, because my post was like, oh, like, you know, people were waiting all night for a hype Grand Final set, and we got a fucking Sopo. And then he was like, I was watching and I thought it was fun. I was enjoying myself. It's like, eat my dick. Like, I don't care that you were enjoying it. The people who stayed here and who have to drive home from Las Vegas after the tournament's over didn't enjoy it. Like, I don't know what that's about. And
yeah, I mean, there's always going to be Reddit lords who are mad, and basically the answer is EAD every time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like
I mean, it's pretty standard.
And so that's why a lot of people don't like me is because my commentary is quote unquote bad. And
I think like what constitutes as like douchebag in PM is just regular melee player.
probably.
You know what's funny? Me and Ludwig talk about this lately because we did smash the record, and we constantly get this backhanded compliment that's
Pools
like,
commentators.
these guys would be great for pools.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? I fucking know what SDI looks like. You know, I know what a mix-up looks like. You're like, I don't mind being a funny guy, but I hate being like, you
hate being nice backhand guy?
I hate being like sit at the kids table at Thanksgiving.
You're that dad who dressed up as a clown for one party, and two was the people like, hey, quit that accounting job and get that red nose out, brother. And you're like, I did it one time for my son.
That's fine. Again, I love being funny in commentary. I actually think it's better than boring ass normal commentary. But when people like to point to you
about the culture of this show.
Yeah, no, he fits right in.
Yeah.
People like to point to you and say, "You sit at the kids' table. We're having big grown-up dinner over here."
This is top 8 where you have to yell destruction when someone does something cool instead of anything original. Like, oh yeah, how about that?
Dude, you know what though? I was talking to
even
Anthony
Taffo
about
said
this.
that. Taffo said that to Ludwig because Ludwig went to MILF because he's a shill.
Yeah.
And Taffo was like, "No, you guys are good for pools."
Yeah, and it's
and
like
Ludwig's
okay.
probably like, "Yes."
Yeah. Ludwig was like, "Oh, sick, dude," and then
no, he wasn't. He was like, "That's cool." Whatever.
Well, yeah, it's like, well, sorry, we don't want the fucking McDonald's of commentary where you guys just shilling out the same fucking phrases for an hour.
You know what's whack about those phrases though? The absolute black heart of it is that
people like it.
No, the commentators are praying for a combo that's worthy of that, and that's what they're waiting for. And like, there's a lot of clips of Mike Hagar, the European commentator, where he starts hyping a combo when it's like 2 hits in, so that he can get his wombo combo moment.
That's like, okay,
you're farming your moment.
Yeah. And
that's
it's not about the
fucked.
players, which is what Melee's all about for everyone watching. We're nobodies. The people who are on stage.
This is auxiliary.
Yeah,
auxiliary.
Commentating is auxiliary. This is all banter.
Yeah.
And the people who matter are on the stage doing the combo. But what's going through perhaps a D1 or a Mike Hagar's head is, please give me a moment when I can say my one-liner and get a clip.
So I will.
And that's fucked. That is honestly fucked up.
If you like, maybe you're thinking, no, not D1, not Mike Hagar. But imagine this. Imagine you're playing COD. Imagine you're playing Search and Destroy with the fucking squad. But you're not rolling 6 deep. You got a fucking rando. And that dude.
This is an image.
That dude only playing with the intervention. That dude only no-scoping. That dude waiting till the end to try to get that clutch. They are that guy of
And
then
he gets the no scope and he's telling his boys on the kill
You're
cam.
fishing for the clip, and it's like, dude.
And you're putting everything else to the side.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, let's fucking ride instead. Like, let's win some games. Let's get some fucking XP. Let's get that
those guys have put out 2 hours of dross for the Giphy.
Exactly.
And you know what? And that's why I like.
And that's awful.
Scar and Toph aren't as the same as they used to be, but I still respect them on a top 8 because they'll still start talking about some bullshit. It's still them, even though they're like AAA game producer now, right? Like they're Assassin's Creed, they're EA. Like they still they got it.
We talked about that where it's like they're kind of the only ones that kind of show. There's a few others too, but they show their personalities at the top. Where it's like,
I feel like
a lot
Phil
of
and Waffles do.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's like goes without saying. But like as you get closer to the top, you start to see like commentators who were like super fun to watch in pools, like slowly lose their personality and just like kind of become. Like,
I have to protect Ludwig. Oh, me and Ludwig are commentating a DreamHack.
Question I wanted to bring up to the table.
I'm booking DreamHack tonight. How about you, brother?
What? I already booked it. Let's ride.
Message me your flight details. We'll try to get on the same one.
No, me and Apple squashed it. We're big chill.
I'm not squashed. I don't even know. I think Jet
you and Apple squashed it. You made some cider.
Made some cider, babe.
Whoa.
Fucking.
I'm a man of the people now.
How do you guys feel about 3-man commentary?
I think it's great.
I think it's the fucking future.
I think it's the future.
I think 3-man commentary is the wave.
Really?
Yeah,
I do.
Because there's just another person to fill the void with.
Well, because I feel like people want interaction. I feel like three's company. It's a pod. Like when you got 3, and dude, they're making shows out of podcasts now. Like they're like it's like
this one's about
it's a big it's like an industry thing. So like I feel like
in the marketplace of ideas,
exactly having three people on mic is like you have a conversation bouncing between bros instead of just like 2 dudes just like watching the screen. Like you can kind of get a little bit of banter thrown in there with that.
That's great. Yeah.
That's how we run it.
Exactly.
I think it's also the future.
I think 3-man commentary. I don't think it should be a standard, but I think more national should start doing it.
I feel like everyone's gonna have to rework their meta though. I don't think
that's
Bobby
the thing. Is commentary.
That's the thing. You don't have to because the meta. If you're already good at talking with 2 other people, you've got it.
I think
that's what I believe.
You just add a homie.
Any commentary do
Bobby
it with one
Scar
homie.
already yells over one person though.
Well, that's why you don't feed you shots.
Yep.
Before, I'm
Hey,
kidding.
I've
You're
been-
fine.
I've
You've been
been
great.
good
You've been
today.
great.
Wow.
You've been great.
sober
I thought
right
he
now.
was doing fine.
He's great. He's great.
For
He's
the
great.
record.
Listen, couple of shots, I'm chilling.
No, you are. You
Couple
really,
more
you
shots,
really-
I'm yelling over everybody in the room.
You
Yeah.
really proved yourself today, even though Nieper tried to feed you. He tried to
No,
sabotage the
you know
podcast.
what? Nieper said I'm a lightweight. I don't have it on Mario.
What?
He's saying a lot of shit.
Yeah. You got
I've
the
been
LBJs, dude.
You got the Lyndon Johnson.
I've been crushing tins and running the lobby in Mario since that boy didn't know what a backwards long jump looked like.
I'm gonna just. I'm breaking just to let you guys know right now. If there's a bit that lands really hard, I'm going to piss myself. I have to get up and go to
Please. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
let you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we got to run train on it at this point. Whoa, this is an intermission like we've never seen before.
So hey, what's the deal with fucking?
are you gonna start MCing right
Yeah.
now?
No.
What do you deal with fucking GTX the drummers? Huh?
The drums.
It's my comedy show. Welcome to my comedy show.
Hey,
How's it going?
I'll be the audience.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? How you feeling? Good tonight?
The tickets are $20. I don't want to be here. Dawson dragged me.
You guys on a date?
Yeah.
Gay. Oh, you're really gay.
Yeah,
We're
we're
really
partners.
good at like that.
Oh. All right. Anyway, no.
it's two audience members and you've already roasted homosexuality. Imagine that. You turn up to a
Yeah.
show and there's 5 people in the audience, they're all gay. The first bit you run is a homosexual like
And they're all just like, all right, well, we've had it. We've had enough already.
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be tough to win us back from here.
Yeah. Yikes. But when he gets back, I want to do PM stories.
PM lore.
And then
Cool.
And then we'll wrap up with Dawson's free market exchange.
I think PM
I don't know what
stories
that
should
is
get a long
anymore,
bit.
really.
No, I have questions to ask you about TOing and stuff.
Oh,
So
it's fucking,
Dawson's free market.
fucking whack.
Is it ethical to take $5 off a man who's going to go 0-2?
great question.
If I give him the Emmy bracket, yeah.
Wow, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And that the answer is here. Emmy bracket is worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna. So do you got some Balk stories, some SoCal?
All right.
Because
We want
I
the
remember
juice, we want the
Adrian. So
juice.
Adrian filmed my thing at Red Bull, and
Okay.
he was like, "There's stories, right?" He's like, "Oh, there's
I
stories."
puked in the.
Okay, so
that was episode 1.
Hey, it's customary
but
with
we're-
guests
it's a
where,
callback.
where
It's
we
a
do a
callback to a bit
sacrificial
where I-
thing where like
called an
you say one
homage.
and then I say
I have
something
bad
fucked up that I've done
equilibrium,
too.
okay.
That's how we've done it previously. I mean, if you want to ease into it like that, I'll do it.
All right. So I'm gonna start. This is a Balk story, personal. This is the final balcony. I'm gonna
Okay.
paint the picture. Final balcony.
So many people.
Your boy showed up with a 24-pack, a 6-pack, and a 40, ready to roll.
That's. Okay.
I
It's
was
a lot of numbers.
That's some
30 plus a 40.
I was ready to rock and roll this tournament. I was so wasted by the time PM bracket started. I was, for one time in my life, enjoying playing in bracket.
Yeah.
I was having so much fun because it was so carefree and I was winning and it was amazing.
That's
I
great.
play against a player.
He knows.
You gotta do
I
that.
play against a player by
Do
the
it.
tag of Beaches, formerly known as Salty Beaches.
Oh.
It is.
He's not salty anymore.
No, he's still salty. You're gonna hear the story. So here's what happens.
He's changed his name.
He to kind of like set it up. Me and him have played before. He's taken one set off of me 2 years ago, and since then I've never lost to him. And he plays Sonic and recently started playing Fox, but he always goes Sonic against me. He saw that I was drunk when we played in bracket. He went Fox.
Okay. So he tried to okie doke you.
He was like, my
There you
Fox
go,
can
yeah.
take a drunk Guntherz.
I see.
Game 1, washed him. Game 1 was I worked him pretty badly. Game
like
2,
that.
close. I lost. Now we're at Game 3. At this point,
He picks ices and wobbles you.
no. At this point, he bans his 2 stages. He leaves FD open. I don't know if you guys know this, but Ness in Project M chain grabs and combos to death space animals on FD.
I did
Okay.
know that.
It is
yeah.
free as fuck,
Cool.
and it's hilarious. And I was sitting there, and I have a bit of
That's your boy, though, right?
I have a bit of lore behind me. So I said it out loud. I was drunk, so I was thinking out loud, and I was like, usually, I game 3 to FD, get worked, always lose every time. Every time I've done it, I've lost a set doing that one because I'm more of a platform heavy player. I'm tricky. But anyway, I said that out loud, and I'm hovering between Battlefield and FD. I'm like kind of hovering around, and then I go, you know what? Fuck it, out loud. Pick FD, 4-stock him.
Nice.
Classic.
And I'm laughing as I'm beating him because I'm having so much fun. Game ends, he gets up, he shakes my hand, pulls me in. He says, if you ever fucking disrespect me like that again, I will knock your ass out.
Oh my
Whoa.
And I'm sitting there and I'm just like,
shit.
You found out his PO made him take out the salt.
Yeah, there was just a rebranding effort.
Give me the stats on this guy. Like, what height, weight?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Like, could you
Bigger-
take this guy?
could I take him? Not at all. He's like he's stockier than me, shorter than me, but he's bigger. Like he's definitely bigger than me. If we were to trade blows, I would not win.
Okay.
What about on FD?
on FD? On
Could
FD,
you chain grab it?
yeah, on FD, that's a chain grab 0D. And
I know you got the big punny there.
oh, fat punnies, dude. But anyways, and so like, but he had like all these other, like he had these weird deep-seated like, because at first he was like, I don't care about what happened at the Arcadian, because like we teamed at an Arcadian once and we lost and he gave up and I had to play with a bot
Oh
in
shit.
losers bracket, and he
PM
thought.
players go hard.
And he thought
what I'm
I was
learning.
mad. Like he thought I was doing that to him to punish him for doing that to me at an Arcadian a year ago. And I was just like, no, man, I was just having. I'm still holding up to the fact I was having fun.
It's like your
People
ex-girlfriend
get
like
mad
says
when you have fun.
your ex-girlfriend like rubs your shoulder like, "Hey, nice to see you," and you're like, "She still likes me." That
What
was-
you're saying is,
Yeah.
no, and
It's
so
not the
that
case at all.
yeah, that was
But
a
I
sick.
mean, after 6 shots, you're gonna fucking try to get it back.
Yeah, I was super drunk, and I was like, that's not okay. That's not okay.
What'd you
I
do?
went up to the TOs and I was like, I don't want him coming to events ever again. Little did I know the
Like,
balcony's
dude, the
last
balcony's
event.
closing.
Yeah, I was like, we have. He was
You
like,
got it.
Yeah, he was like, this is the last event. Like in that moment,
last
I was so drunk and overreacting. I was like, I don't want him at any event ever again. I don't. I was like, I won't tolerate people threatening people with physical violence. This is the most fucked up thing ever. I was so upset.
You were just like on the highest horse.
I was so upset because I know I would have gotten my ass beat so hard had he followed through with that threat.
That's why you just play 2v1, dude. Come on.
And so
Man,
that was
fun.
the backstory about myself at the balcony.
Salty beaches.
The first big balcony.
You should have just
Yeah.
whispered back to him that like you hold that fucking tool.
Stay free.
He's like, yeah, he's like, stay free. Yeah, yeah.
Oh god.
You should have just whispered back to him. You're just like, yeah, man, just don't sleep too freaking heavy.
he had no. The thing was,
you
had a-
might not wake up.
he
bro.
had a PR player sitting next to him giving him tips because they're roommates.
Jesus Christ.
And it was just like, it's not enough. Like, dude, switch to Sonic. You know what you have to do. Like, your character, like that character's busted. Like, but anyways, and
You hate Sonic.
no, yeah, Sonic. I think Sonic is the most annoying character, not the best, most annoying.
That's how I
Sonic
feel
and
when
Game
I-
and Watch. They're
When I
not.
sat down and played PM, and someone, my experience with PM, I'm at the local. There's no more melee setups free. I sit down with another melee player. I'm like, I pick Fox. Maybe you pick Captain Falcon. Maybe you pick Falco.
Maybe we
you
just
pick-
have some fun.
Maybe you pick Jigglypuff. You just pick a melee character. I'll pick a melee character. We have a little fun. Some PM kids like, oh, Don B's playing PM. I gotta play him. I gotta beat him. I
I
gotta
gotta show him what my
Those
Rob
are-
can
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
Can I?
do.
Yes, say,
And
can I?
so I beat the guy next to me. He's playing Falco. I'm playing Fox. We're having a good time. And then it's like, Rob. And I just
Was
I-
it
I
really
just-
Rob?
No, it's like it's like Pokemon training.
You hear it.
Some
You hear a character. And you're
Yeah.
like, excuse
And I'm
me.
just like, no,
It's like a
dog.
foreign language. Like what?
Yeah, no, we hear that. And I'm just like,
You just unplugged.
bye. See you boys later.
No, that's the worst because like when a PM
I played
player
a couple games against
plays-
Sonic and it seems like some
plays a
bullshit.
melee player and they feel like justified. Like at the Power 9 local there was a secret bracket of PM and I got to play Lucky. And I beat him, but I'm not going to tote that around. I'm like, I'm not gonna feel accomplished for beating him in PM. He doesn't play PM.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, you know what? People are like, oh, I beat this amazing melee player who's been farming us for months, and it's like, he doesn't play your game and he plays it for money.
He doesn't own your
He
seat.
doesn't care.
See, the thing is that stopped happening like 3 patches ago.
Yeah, because
like,
people
after-
got too good, huh?
Well, exactly. Yeah, the thing
Yeah.
was the big thing about PM. It's funny because like when it came out, it was like, oh, it's another bracket for me to get money in. Like that's what.
That's what everyone was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. And then the meta developed
You
for
know,
all the other
Armada's Pit
characters.
was like disgusting.
Yeah. No, Armada's Pit was actually like.
I think he could
it was
still come
wild.
back and be like
His Pitt's washed now. Like Pitt's a
Pitt's
shell of a
nerfed
character
into
now. Yeah, no,
into
Pitt
four.
he would never do that ever
He
again.
came to Australia and farmed the PM bracket when he came to one of our nationals, and I asked him what he thought PM was like, and his exact response to me was, "I like PM. Is essentially like PM is fun to farm, and Pit is jigsaw puzzle for small children."
fucking god.
That's how he described the character to me.
That's the worst.
He's like, it's like a puzzle, but it's made to be done by a 6-year-old.
That's the worst is when Melee players talk about PM and they're just like, oh, you mean this easy child game? Oh yeah, no, I love playing it because it's like I get to take a load off from Melee.
It's like going to the bank and earning money for nothing.
That's what he was telling me. He's like, I like it because money, and it is easy.
What's funny is that what killed our attendance was the PM players getting good. Westball stopped attending. Larry stopped attending. Yeah. But Larry, at his time, Larry was unbeatable. Like, Larry Lure.
Larry's been good at every single game ever.
Larry Lure just blesses the sticks with whatever game he plays. Like,
I've heard Larry Lure's a monster.
But anyways, yeah, so fucking... We just, we have fucking PM and no one wants to play anymore now because Balcony's dead.
So what happened at Bigger Balk?
Bigger Balk, so there's a Rager. We tried to have one last for the Bigger Balk, but for the Big Balk, the first one, we had a Rager. Fat party. All the people who came in a couple days early got to throw down, hammer down some fucking brews. Just big chilling with all the boys. And there's a player in Arizona. Tag is I love bagels. I'm sorry for throwing you. I'm sorry for throwing one.
He stayed here in this very home.
I got a story for you after you tell this story.
Perfect.
Actually.
So if anyone here was early Balk heads, you would have known that there was a couch out in front of the garage, in the patio. So at that tournament or at that Rager, I Love Bagels got so drunk, he threw up all over the couch.
Interesting.
And then it was long. It wasn't a love seat, tell you that much. And so it was. Then he was like, "Oh shit, we all gotta leave." And he was trying to walk down the Balk stairs. I don't know if anyone here's been trying to walk down the Balk stairs ever.
Yeah,
it's hard.
A slope.
It's hard. If you're
those
drunk,
stairs they're not standard.
Yeah, let's just say that's some UCF stairs. Like, I'm not sure if I agree with it just yet. And so he walks down, trips. I think he was dangerously close to very, very, very
just dying,
much hurting himself.
Just straight
he was going
dying.
to die.
If you trip on those stairs, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah,
because it's so
probably over.
There's so much.
It's like at a 90-degree angle, and there's 80 stairs.
And they're not short stairs. They're long stairs.
So you're gonna keep rolling.
Yeah, and it's just it was so bad, and he almost hurt himself, and it was crazy. And then. Yeah, as far as Balk lore goes, it's just it's such a dirty fucking place.
I remember the first time I went, Miles described it as a degenerate graveyard, and I thought that was very apt.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as a shitty frat house for Smash players.
That's kind of what it is.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, but that's one of the things that spoke to me about Smash. Yeah, is that it's this is our thing. Yeah, and this is the way that we party and have fun.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
And extra story about bagels. We were all here for Gods and Gatekeepers. Yeah, thank you, Chong.
I didn't even know it was here.
Anyway, so a lot of the AZ boys came down.
It's good seeing you. Bagels
to come to that, and Bagels was one of the guys with them. Now I've played Bagels a little bit. Plays Luigi.
Okay, Luigi. I don't know his name.
Okay, Luigi.
He's the best. He's the best. PM Luigi. So that's just use that for reference, I guess.
He's not bad at Melee.
I can imagine.
I mean,
I
beat him.
He
in
won
the
AZ Arcadian.
I played with him. I kind of gave him the work in 3 games, but we didn't play much.
Yeah, let's just flex friendly.
Yeah, let's just flex a couple friendlies. Anyway,
he's like, yes, that is what we're doing. Yeah. Just full disclosure.
Well, I mean, he's not a ranked player in AZ. I mean, he's not a huge.
He won the Arcadian.
Player. Yeah,
so he's
good.
Half ranked.
Number 1.
Anyway, go on.
Number 1 in PM though. SoCal or AZ PM.
Yeah. Okay. So he's pretty good at PM.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. So we're all outside drinking, playing Mafia, playing Mario Party, whatever. We're chilling. We're out there just having a good time. And we have a tradition with the AZ boys where me and Bin from AZ wear the skins, and then Lud and Nick the shirts. So it's shirts vs skins Mario Party. Okay. We're playing shirts vs skins Mario Party. There's a few drinking rules that go along with that. And we're drinking this handle, and someone passes it to Bagels. And he just starts necking. And I'm like, hey, easy, cowboy. Easy, cowboy. We got a long night ahead of us, so let's slow down on that.
And the biggest question, and how old is Bagels? We don't know yet.
I have no idea. Anyway.
Unknown.
Question mark.
Anyway, so I'm like, slow down, cowboy. He passes it back. He's looking kind of woozy, just propped up against that wall right there. And so we keep playing. And the festivities continue. We go play Mafia. He's incoherent at this time, and we all just think it's funny. He's like stumbling around the backyard, like throwing up.
Yeah, he's moving again.
Yeah, no, he's walking around the
Come
backyard. We're like, leave him out to the pastures. And then
he'll be safe. There's a fence.
5 a.m. kind of everyone's getting ready to go to bed, and we come back inside. Nick's already mad about how messy the house is because we host parties here all the time, and the house gets wrecked, and then we clean it up, and then it gets wrecked again. And this kind of happens on like a double weekly cycle. I didn't know if twice a week cycle. Anyway, so we come back inside, and there's just a lot of vomit on the floor in the kitchen. And we were just like, this went from being funny bagels to being just ridiculous.
They're like, come on, man, bagels.
Sounds like Bagels can't hold his.
But it sounds like he just keeps going back to the well.
I was telling him, listen, big fella, that's a lot.
He just wants to be one of the boys.
Yeah, real
That's
bad.
the problem. I think it's just he just wants to fucking.
He just wants to fuck.
He thinks the boys are back in town, but it's just that's not what it is.
The boys are riding, but going 200 on the freeway might not be the right idea.
Especially when you've only had your license for however long.
For 8 months.
For minus 4 months.
when you just got your learner's permit, you can't do that.
So yeah.
Bagels obviously is a man who has munted one too many times.
Jet, what's our uptime right now?
While he gets this in, I have another story I want to share. This is because I was telling you before we did this is that there are 2 separate occasions where I've almost been in a physical altercation over Smash Brothers.
Okay, was one Salty Beaches?
Yeah, and this is the second story. So there's a tournament in Bakersfield.
Oh,
Bakersfield
yikes.
or Baker or Bakersfield. It doesn't really matter. I don't think.
That's a cursed place.
No,
it's at a casino.
Oh.
I think it's Baker.
A Native American casino?
No, it's called like Lucky Strike or something. I don't know. Anyways,
I could go for a Lucky Strike right now.
I don't smoke cigarettes now.
No,
He's
I
always
very
cigarettes,
occasionally.
okay?
So we're at this tournament. It's a tournament at a casino. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere, so it's cheap brews at the bar.
Yeah.
And so I'm saucing.
$3 pints or something.
Yeah, I'm getting it how I live. And so I'm out of bracket early, you know me.
Yeah, you know
and
how
so
you gotta let them know.
The thing is what some people so people might not like me for my commentary. People who go to events might not like me because I am a crowd monster.
Okay.
I want to make sure that the crowd is wild. I want people to be having fun.
He's the Rob of PM.
I just want shit to be fun. I don't want people to sit there and fucking clap and be like, "Wow, good job." That's stupid. I want someone to scream.
Make it like a sports event.
I'm trying to scream. I'm trying to throw side bets. I'm trying to make sure it is hype
poppin'. You're trying to get it poppin'.
Exactly. I'm just a coordinator, baby. I'm trying to get shit going.
Anyways, events should pay guys like you.
Pay you out to get wasted and scream.
My shirt off, swinging it around.
It makes the crowd look a lot bigger.
Yeah, and so I've been yelling. I've been yelling for most of this top 8, and so the set is a player by the tag of the Doctor, and the other tag is my boy Jose V. Jose V is a SoCal zone.
Oh, he also plays the boy.
He does play the boy. He's my mentor, if you will.
He's your boy master.
Boy master. And so I'm rooting for my boy Jose playing against the Doctor, who is Northern California. So there's it's not a real rivalry, but it's like a regional conflict. So it's I'm trying to get my boys out here. And I don't know how NorCal is in Melee, but NorCal in PM is nothing but memes. They are meme fucking central to the point to where I don't like almost any of them.
Whoa.
because all they do is post memes and they speak in memes.
Yeah,
which
they can't communicate.
Which is
any
even
other way.
worse. Yeah, which is worse than like posting memes. Shit posting with the boys is fine.
If you live in mom's basement, that's fine. But just
exactly.
please
But
speak
when
English.
but when you're running around at a venue only yelling "fuck up" to people because that's all you guys know how to say, it's annoying.
Okay.
Anyways,
PM.
they're playing. And so I'm yelling. I'm like, fuck him up, Jose. Get him, Jose. Get get in that ass. Let's fucking go. Someone behind me says someone should say make him cry. I'm assuming it's a NorCal meme. So I yell out, make him cry. This is where it takes a huge turn. So what happens is the doctor's on his last stock. Jose has like 3 stocks on him. Jose starts comboing him. The doctor quits out, walks off
Starts
stage.
crying.
There's a lot of that.
Beeline straight to me.
Oh shit!
And he's sitting there and he walks up to everyone we're hanging out with and he goes, "Who said it? Who said it? Who said it?"
Oh my god!
And I was sitting there and I was like, I turned to the person who told me. I'm not going to give out his name because I feel like that'd be fucked up. But I turned to him and I'm like, why the fuck did I was like, I don't know what you just like. What did you make me do? And so we're like, he's like, no, I get it. Like he's like really fucking pissed. His like girlfriend or I don't know if whatever, but like his girlfriend's like yells out his name, whatever. He walks away. He's like cooling off.
Doctor, no.
Exactly. And so then this is when the just like where Make Him Cry comes from gets explained to me. So at Low Tier City 3, this
I
is
love PM tournament.
losers. Yeah, losers. Losers. Whatever the fuck. Winner makes it into top 8.
Yeah, okay.
The Doctor versus SoCal's own Sosa.
Oh, the legend.
The legend Sosa. SoCal so savage. And so they're playing. It's like last game. Doctor's up 3 stocks to Sosa's 1 stock. Sosa comes back, beats him.
Farts
And
on
he
him.
cries.
And I guess this is the story is he's sick. He sits down there and he was like over encumbered by emotions. And I guess he sat there and started crying, which I'm going to go ahead and point out at this point because now it sounds like I might be dogging on him because me and him squashed the beef at Balky's Palace, but I'm just telling the story to make sure it's okay, like so people know. But the thing is I understand completely. I got second place at a Tony Hawk Underground tournament and started crying once. I'm just like if we're being real, like
Can I be real? I got 3rd place at a Walmart Tony Hawk Underground tournament, and I didn't cry because I'm a man, but I got a really shitty. The prize for 3rd place was I got to choose my game, which was ATX, like off-road ATV racing for PS2 or some other shit game.
That's a banger game.
It's a shit game.
ATV Off-Road Fury.
And I was so mad. Anyway,
not winning sucks.
It's because I fucked up my manual combo. Anyway.
No, same. We were both hitting them combos.
You guys use D-pad or stick?
I'm a D-pad.
I'm a
boy.
D-pad boy.
D-pad. You have to be
a
precise.
D-pad.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
if you use stick, you're a
I
heathen.
got too greedy on my
same
manual
page.
string, and I just fucking biffed, bro.
No, the same. Me and him were both on our last combo. It was essentially whoever fell first lost because we were both because all you had to do was land at that point and you would win because we were both like neck and neck. But anyways, I lost. The dude was 16, I was 7. Whatever. Like it doesn't. And so
you came off the grind early, popped the manual and choked it.
and so but I'm not trying to make fun of the Doctor because I understand I take games very seriously.
When you travel and you put your life into
exactly.
something.
When you're a top player, I can understand how losses affect you. It does fucking suck. But I didn't know that was the case. Had I known that backstory before yelling out "Make Him Cry," I wouldn't have done it.
Right.
Because that's
way
like,
too far,
yeah,
right?
That's a boundary I wouldn't step that because then it delves into making fun of him for having emotions, which is not what I'm about. I'm not a bully.
There you go.
You're just trying to have everyone have a good time.
Exactly.
And you thought Make Him Cry was just a meme.
Because they were NorCal. I assumed it was a NorCal meme because they fucking.
And the same way that we'd say Make Him Cry to like someone just getting comboed on the setup.
Exactly. Yeah, you're just I make him cry, yeah, whatever. But that was a whole beef. For a minute, I almost got
you, dude.
So wait, what's this guy's build, right?
This was one where I was.
We're just sizing him up.
He's charging the mound, and you're like,
this was the one where I was like, this is a more even fight. I could never say who would win that fight. However,
honestly, if I got the first hit in with the blood rage in me,
and here's the thing was I was kind of sizing him up. Like I was like, I need to see if he's balling a fist up, which fist. Like I don't know if he's left-handed or right-handed. And when I go down, I start laughing because I look down. He plays on a classic controller, right? So he's holding a Wiimote in one of his hands.
You can't deal with it.
With boiling rage, holding a Wiimote, and I'm like,
God,
dude,
you start laughing again. He's like, "What do you think me crying's funny?"
Yeah, exactly. No,
you just look so stupid.
It's just like you're holding a phallic object. Like, please understand. Like,
it's just Nintendo's worst controller in your hand.
Exactly. And so the beef got squashed. It's all good. But yeah, I've almost been fought a couple of times over playing video games and just one time being a player, one time just trying to make everyone happy. But there was, but like I cannot stress.
That is my dream though,
When
to
I-
get jacked and just be in those situations with nerds and just be like, what?
When I
Like
yelled,
when you just have everything over someone. That's the
when
dream.
Ringler was screaming at Alex 19 that one Power 9.
Yeah, and he almost died for it.
Yeah. Alex was like, you're being a little bitch. Stop complaining. You know what?
Ringler was ready to die for the culture.
He
as
really
Vince would
was.
say.
that was after Alex beat him, right?
Yeah, Ringler missed a
Ringler
phantom
actually-
rest.
I think Ringler's
He died
actually
for it.
Ringler's actually beaten Alex 19 in one set, but Alex played Game & Watch for the entire set.
Oh.
Or no, wait, it wasn't phantom rest. It was a phantom hit.
I played Ringler in PM once at a We Live In, and
He started in PM.
I beat him.
He's got lore.
I beat him, but I was confident in him because I knew he's a melee player. He was playing Donkey Kong, but I was like, hey dude, you're playing really well. Like you know how to edge guard Ness. Like that's something a lot of people don't know how to do. It's really cool. And then he just clapped back. He's like, yeah, of course I know. It's fucking easy. Like I know how to fucking edge guard. And he was just like going
Yeah,
off. And I was like,
That's young Ringler. So I think he's aged. At least in the year that I've been here, I think he's aged.
yeah.
He's evolved.
I once 3-0'd K9 at a Wednesday Night Fights melee tournament, and he said he was gonna kill me.
This
Really?
is this
And
actually
Wednesday night fights.
That's
This-
sick.
no. This actually is perfect because I asked.
wild.
He said, I'm going to kill you. And then he was like, good games. I'm going to fuck you up next time, though. I swear to God. And then he was like, GG's. So I was getting real mixed signals.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he went to the opposite end of esports arena and started banging his head against the wall.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's that PM player tilt.
K9 related. Last night, I stayed the night at Jason Waterfall's house, and I was like, hey, guys, I'm going to be on the Bad Melee podcast tomorrow. Is there any specific PM lore you want me to talk about? And there were two. The first one is, so there was a tournament. I don't know which tournament it was because this was before my time, but they made sure, I was like, this is something you got to tell. K9 and Sosa play. This is before Sosa was considered, was dominant in Southern California. When
This
K9
is one of the best players in the world, though, right?
top 3. And so, but this is before then. This is when Sosa was like, he was like a Foxman. He was still kind of figuring his bearings out. He just switched to Wario, whatever. And so K9 and Sosa play. This is K9's character. He plays Meta Knight in PM.
My hero is really good, right?
Yeah. And his character just hot off a nerf. This was a new patch. His character got nerfed.
It
Sosa,
was like 2-3 years ago, right?
yeah, I was like, this is kind of an old story because K9 hasn't played PM in a while anyways. But Sosa beats K9. And I don't know if it's considered an upset at this time, but K9 in K9 fashion is like, whatever, I don't even fucking care. I don't even play Meta Knight anymore. My character's nerfed, whatever. I can beat you with Fox. Run it back money match with Fox. Sosa washes him. Then he's like,
How much
Doesn't
money
even-
matches for?
I think it might have been like $5, maybe $5-10. Yeah,
I
exactly.
had to
no.
win the beef money matches for 5.
And so, well, this is instantly after hot off of losing a bracket set. He wanted the run back for $5.
Significant. It's
Loses,
significant.
and then he's like, whatever, dude. I don't even fucking care. I don't even play PM anymore. I'm switching to melee. Whatever. And he's like, I'd beat you in melee. There's no melee setups. There's a PM melee tournament.
Oh no.
DJ Moosewad, out of nowhere, comes out and he goes,
I have melee.
Yeah, he's like, I have melee on my setup. And then
Oh no.
they run another money match in melee. Wario's not in melee.
Yeah.
Sosa fucks him with
Sosa
Fox.
wins in a Fox Ditto against
Sosa
him.
plays
no.
so lame with Fox, too, in melee.
And that is just like, I could imagine if K9 died of a heart attack right there, I would not have been surprised.
Yeah. When he was banging his head against the wall, it was really...
No, yeah,
I felt bad because I was like...
For those who don't know,
You did that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was your fault.
It was my fault.
There's a PM player in my region in Victoria. He plays melee as well, and I enter PM sometimes just to see like what these kids are doing. This was like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. I entered PM, and this guy like he's in the PM Discord. Like he really tries. He plays Game & Watch and some other character.
Oh, it's the worst.
Anyway, I squashed the fuck out of him,
Those are the worst.
and he gets tilted off melee losses. But I think he's come to accept I'm just way years better than him at melee.
Mm-hmm.
When I beat him in PM, it
He's
just
like-
broke him.
Well, because
And he just started like screaming in the corner of the
Oh my
venue, like
God.
punching the wall and stuff. It was wild.
what's crazy is he's a Game & Watch man, so it's like he deserves it. But like, like he truly deserves it.
He plays Puff in melee too, of which I four-stocked him. Like
Again,
me and the other
he
good fox.
deserves it.
Me
Like-
and the other good fox in the region,
flexing a
like
little
back-to-back four-stock him repeatedly, and he acts like he's not ready for it every time. Like it's a new heartbreak. He's like, no.
How could you?
He does absolutely nothing different.
I need to know that.
Here's the thing.
That's something
I
thought it was just like a meme, and then I've been to like PM tournaments or tournaments with PM, and they're just mad all the time.
The thing is with PM is that like, since there's so many characters and the game isn't old,
there's a greater ownership.
Yeah, like people really feel like they got janked out every time they lose. like only at the top level do people like accept losses gracefully in PM, and sometimes they don't. But like, but I'm saying like lower level players, me included. Like if I lose to a Game & Watch, I am tight. Like do not talk to me. Like I am never in a good mood when I lose to a Game & Watch. Even if I know the player is better than me, it's still unfair to me. But it's just a thing because like characters like. You have to learn so many matchups in that game.
I was having a conversation with the best PM player from Australia, and we were joking around. He just farms PM now, just for whatever. He doesn't like the game. And we were sitting down at Bigger Balcony, just on a PM setup because there's no melee. And I was being like, dude, I just really want help on my Charizard versus Olimar matchup, bro. Like, I'm Olimar, I'm having trouble versus Charizard, and Rob's giving me lots of trouble too, bro. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm just having trouble on my Game & Watch versus fucking Ivysaur, bro. And we were just running this meme of like just saying two obscure matchups and saying we have trouble in that matchup.
I love how that's a meme, but it's like
when it's so real.
It's
so real.
Yeah, no,
in
that's
PM.
why it's funny.
It's
Is because we were running this conversation of like how can we know what to do in these like obscure matchups, and then we were running this meme for like hours, and we were playing these
Sora,
matchups. Yeah.
Okay, that's a Sora bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Such a Sora bit.
Big fan.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah, huge fan. Anyway,
never met him. He's a good
so
guy.
I asked Sosa when I was at a balcony for Melee one time, and I was like, all jokes aside, like, how do you play like these matchups that you've never played before, like Rob versus Charizard or Rob versus Olimar or some shit? And he's just like, I don't know. Like, he was just straight. Because I thought he would just be like, we just look up all the matchups for all of our characters, like all 27 of them.
No, it's kind of as it comes.
He's like, well, they either do one of like 5 things, and then they have their few gimmicks, which you kind of have seen online, and then you just pray that you know all the gimmicks, and that's it. And if you don't, you lose.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's characters with harder gimmicks that you will get punished harder for, like Squirtle, Game & Watch, and like Sonic. Those are characters that like if you don't know their gimmicks, good night. Like fucking hold that L because you're not gonna win.
Yeah, and like Snake, like I was playing a Snake main.
Snake's also kind of
And we were playing on such a small TV, I couldn't see the mines. And I was
that'll-
Fox. We were playing on such a small CRT, and I was like, "Can we move to a bigger CRT?" He's like, "No."
He said
And
no.
No, he said like after
Snake players are the grimiest people in existence.
And I was like, "I can't see your moves. The things on the screen is I can't see them."
Didn't Professor Pro like hide how good Snake was to everybody?
So this is PM Backroom PM DT lore, but
like these guys aren't good either. Like they're not good. They have no fundamentals. They just do their gimmick, and you do your gimmick, and someone wins.
Yeah, pretty much. That's Yams. Every time Yams enters PM at a tournament, I'll walk up to him like, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" He's like, "I'm in winners," and I was like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "Yeah, dude, PM players fucking suck." That's every time he'll tell me that. He's like, "PM players are awful at this game."
That's such a Yam saying, "They suck, dude."
Yeah,
they're fucking winners.
Like, dude, they fucking suck, dude. Fucking body, like just like that's, yeah, exactly. That's Yams.
The Yams. Body.
Yeah, and
it's true though. They're not. You just sneak the gimmick in the place of fundamentals, and then you just leave that there.
And you just kind of just pat that down.
Yeah, just put that there.
So Prof Pro, lying about Snake and being so good.
So in the PM,
Big Farmer.
In the Nerf chats for old PMDT stuff, usually people have a tag. Like if you say their name, it's like kind of like mentions.
Yeah.
His mention was anytime someone said C4 Nerf or C4 buff, he would get tagged.
He would start lobbying.
Yeah, and he would just come in hot, just like, this is why we can't do that. This is why this is. And
He's a lobbyist.
Yeah,
that's insane.
And
you can tag yourself in that.
Pardon?
He could tag himself to find out.
No, it was like key phrases. Like usually people's key phrases for the chat was if their tag got brought up, but his was C4.
How did he do that for himself?
Yeah, he did it for himself.
Jesus.
And
that's
and the other thing is like so port priority works backwards in PM, where port 4 is the best port to have.
Well, port 4 is the best to have in Melee.
Yeah, we just figured that out along with Dashback like a week ago.
Gotcha. Okay, so so especially for Snake, because for Snake, if you have any of his,
I actually got intrigued.
with snakes, this might be a misinformation because I don't play Snake.
Yeah, easy with that shit. By the way,
I think.
Please no Reddit thread.
Yeah, I think in PM when Snake has port 4, all of the trades trade in his favor with his mines and with all of his explosives. So if he grabs you and you're both sitting on a mine or a fucking he has a grenade on the floor.
That was a brawl thing. That was a brawl thing.
It trades for him. And so the other dude always gets popped up every single time.
That's why Snake vs. Snake in Brawl is 60-40 or 55-45.
Based on the port.
Based on port. Yeah. And so every time I've Boss, I don't know, Baba Ganoush, he's a melee. Yeah, when he played PM,
he's sick.
When he played PM, I have kind of a funny story. Me and him played at Paragon. I was a well unknown player at that point. And I had to play him. He was a seeded player. I wasn't. And I just thought, give me the port. Like, you don't need it. You're better than me. He made me rock, paper, scissors for that fucking port.
Get destroyed, idiot.
And I won. And I took the port, still lost. But it was the principle.
Yeah, that day you understood what was going on.
Exactly.
He's like, I see now. Like
yeah, and
that's when he caught there was a red flag there, and he was like, I need to get in the back room. I need to know what's going on.
You figured out what's going on here.
The numbers start flashing.
And apparently when PM died or got the cease and desist or whatever, that's when Prof leaked he just Snowdened the entire community and was like, yeah, I knew all along that Snake was busted and
yeah.
That's so
sick.
And he was just lobbying
against
it.
That's the fucked up thing.
The problem with the backrooms like that is that it should just be there's too many cooks in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Is that
too many cooks?
Yeah, I love that video.
Well, they had the
problem is you've got all of these people's interests. It's like, no, I farm my local dog. Don't nerf my boy.
Well, pretty much. They had a top player for every character in a group chat to discuss nerfs and buffs. And what's unfortunate
Drain
is
the swamp.
Yeah, exactly. What's unfortunate
for real
is we had real straight shooters like Machiavelli for Ivysaur
who would tell you it
who was very honest and was like, I think this is busted. I think maybe this should be buffed a little bit.
And Prof was like, no, Snake is.
And then you have Prof
if anything, underpowered.
Yeah, if anything, we should just buff him a little more every time. Every time there was a thing to ban or to nerf his character. C4 used to be, or not C4. His Cypher. You used to be able to up you out of shield, invincible.
Yeah, it was like a shine.
Yeah, essentially a shine. And then he was like, but if we take that out, he's bad.
Yeah.
Prof is famous for saying Snake has 32 losing matchups in PM.
Jesus Christ.
Is that all the characters?
I don't know. I don't know if that's all of them, but that's just kind of him saying
it's all of that plus the ports of the other snakes.
Yeah, the character sucks. You have
if you switch to Sopo or Sheik or
yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh no. Oopsie.
All right, I'll fill this.
The marketplace of ideas.
SSS. I want SSS. Old school. This is old. This is before my
Super
time.
Arcade?
This is another story about this is about Boss. So Boss loses to a player by the name of Tristan's Rule.
Classic player.
Zelda
Link.
He's a Link Toon Link player in PM. I think he plays Link Fox in Melee. And at this point Tristan is 15, 16. Boss is an adult. And I just want to get that out of the way. And Boss loses to Tristan, and I don't know if anyone here knows Boss when he loses in Smash Brothers, but he's usually not the most level-headed guy.
Okay.
And so he was kind of popping off, and he was getting pissed, and he was kind of mad because Tristan plays lame, and he got lamed out. Fuck off. And I think at one point he's like, oh, I just want to fucking. He's like, oh, I just want to fucking I just want to hit him or some shit. And someone was like, dude, Tristan's Tristan's a kid, and then he just responds with, yeah, but fuck Tristan. He's so blinded by rage of listening.
No.
Yeah,
fuck him.
Yeah, you don't understand.
He bombed me and then boomeranged.
Yeah.
I can seriously identify with that.
Honestly, if they play Ice Climbers, hit them even if they're 7.
Hit them because they're 7. Let them know what time it is.
Beat some sense into them. Hopefully they'll turn out to be straight shooters.
Jet, what's our uptime real quick? Are we at 2 hours? I pay him for this.
Yeah.
I pay him hundreds
Anthony,
of dollars.
What are you going to pay, dude? You trying to cut us at 7
Huh?
At a clean 2 tonight?
I do have one more short story about PM. This is Sosa related. There was a tournament not too long ago where for the first time we had dual CRTs. So it was
which I think is a dumb meme,
anyways,
and I know what
no,
you're about to talk
exactly.
about,
So,
and it's hilarious because Sosa is a child.
Yeah, but let's get everyone's opinions. Head-to-head monitors, head-to-head CRT setups. How do you feel about it?
Way better than
Shit.
regular setups. Way better. I always play better. I always feel more comfortable.
I just like the memes of where they have to like look over the
Yeah.
TV. Are we good? Are you good? Wait, what? And then if they have headphones, what'd you say?
They
And
have
then
to-
they like,
Or they have to fist bump.
yeah, it's always awkward.
Scooting is
I love it when like they let go of their headphones, say something, and then put it back on, and then the other person talks, and they're like, "Wait, what'd you say?"
yeah.
Right.
So
all great,
Yeah,
all great
all-
memes.
I could just have I have a library of just gifs of people just.
So-
popping up
so
on
this
headsets
is-
here, too.
this is the tournament. It's like
This is so stupid. By the
high
way.
later in bracket we have Venom, also by the tag of Hairy Nips.
I
Yeah.
beat that guy in Melee one time, and
Did he
he
freak
was
out?
so salty.
Really?
He freaked
PM
out.
That sounds
player, dude.
appropriate.
PM player.
He
freaked
started.
out,
He
dude.
started in Melee.
I know.
And when I beat him, he was just like, "Good games, but you played so lame, but good games." Cheese me.
It's like me and
My
the
pro-
Ice Spider
the-
guy.
So the thing is, Venom.
Is
Venom
he one
is
of the
He was
best
just spewing
Falcons
Johns
in
while
PM?
telling me
best
I
Falcon,
played
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The best Falcon.
What about Dark?
He's better than Dark.
Oh, okay.
He the thing is, Venom. I'm gonna start with Venom's my boy.
All
Venom's
look, the PM top
Yeah.
SoCal, they're just fucking divas, man.
they're a bunch of fucking
They're a bunch
characters.
of
All of
prima
them.
donnas,
The
man.
thing is Venom, first person
For
to
such a
come up to
small
me and
game.
talk to me at a tournament, first person to show me any attention. So me and him have a connection. That's my boy. That being said,
He's got roots in Claremont.
when he
too.
gets when he's hot off a loss,
steer clear.
he gets buck wild. I beat him once when he
Yeah.
was transitioning from Falcon to Fox, and he popped off kind of hard, and he hit someone else in a DM and was like, "I don't respect this play." And I was just like,
and you're like friends.
"Yeah, that's my boy."
Oh
so
my
I'm like,
God.
so I'm just like, I don't know, dude.
It's rough.
I don't know, dude.
up
Fucking
on,
just
up on sets, but
I
and
Whoa.
get
and
that,
so-
get that
That's a
grab,
1-0,
and get that grab, and that's
yeah,
what
and
that's what it
and
is.
so okay, but anyways, this tournament, Sosa Venom. Venom sits down. Venom, huge fan of the head-to-head CRTs. He's a big fan of it,
It's awesome.
Big
and
fan.
he's sitting down. He sits down. He's the first one to the setup. He sits down. He is waiting there. Sosa comes up. He walks to the other side, the other CRT, grabs the chair, brings it to the CRT next to Venom.
to play next to him.
Yeah, puts it down, sits down, and is like, "Let's play." And Venom is like, "No, we are going to play on dual monitors, the way God intended." And it is a whole fucking debate because Sosa.
Why
is
does
just,
Sosa want to sit next to him?
Well, I'll get into that. Sosa is sitting there. He's like, "No, it's unfair. I do not want it." He's like, this isn't a normal tournament setting. I don't want to. I have to hear his buttons
He has to hear his
when I
buttons.
play."
That's
That
fucked.
was his excuse.
And that is his ride or die excuse.
Yep.
Is
And he made a whole
That's
thread.
a byproduct of
and
Melee.
he is like, he says, if I can't hear his buttons, he's like, it throws me off.
I require
and
the
it's- yeah.
buttons to like know what DI is doing.
And so,
and shit.
and Venom is a music player such as myself and other people. So and Sosa is like, that is a hindrance to any player who plays with music, and you can do that if you want, but I play to hear buttons while I'm playing, and so it's a whole fucking thing, and they're going through TOs, they're fucking trying to figure this out. They finally get to play.
They don't play side by side, right?
They end up playing side by side. That's how
What?
it works.
Did they play on the double monitors?
They played on the double monitors. The
So there was
second
just a
camera,
fucking-
the second camera is looks like my dad at Christmas. There's
Oh,
fucking nothing
absent.
there, and we're just fucking. The other side is just chock full of fucking players, and so they're playing
Jesus Christ.
and there's a point. There's VODs of this if anyone wants to watch it. I couldn't tell you what tournament it is, but they're sitting there. Venom takes a stock. And he starts yelling. Venom starts popping off. He's like, "Can you hear the buttons, Sosa? Can you hear the buttons?" Venom loses, but I
If
think
only.
but it's the principle
Yeah.
of just like, why are you that guy right now?
Dude,
I don't think
he
that-
is
And Sosa really has always been that guy.
He really has. He reminds me of like Wario as a real man.
He is Wario IRL. No, yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with that heavily.
I don't know
greedy?
Sosa, but every time, all I know of him is what I see online, and I'm like, damn, this guy just looks like a huge
Here's
prick.
the problem with Sosa. I love him personally.
That's great.
He's, like,
I'm
that's
glad someone does.
That's what I'm saying is like that's my boy. When we're hanging out at tournaments, he's one of the chillest dudes to hang out with and talk to. But online, because he's got it like that and is one of the best PM players, he kind of just gets to talk shit to people.
That's what I was saying. He got to throw that tantrum because he's one of the best.
No, exactly, because it's like he gets his way because he's
the Evo champ.
Yeah, he's the Evo champ, dude.
Yeah.
You won an Evo?
I won Evo, bro. PM.
He won. Yeah,
it's a side event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's not.
Dude,
he doesn't take pride.
Miles
in it, but
gets
yeah,
so
he's-
triggered.
No, he doesn't.
The question of like melee.
That was a bit.
yeah.
That
I
was
should
a
also-
bit.
I was.
You guys
in-
didn't see that was a bit.
Well, I
should
don't
also-
know. You were pretty
I
deadpan.
should also-
When
yeah.
you're deadpan, like you can see the rage in your eyes.
Yeah.
I should also note,
mad
PM
that you guys
PM
couldn't
is
pick up on
relatively self-aware of of our place in the world.
Yeah.
So we're not like we don't for the most part pop off on like shit like beating good melee players or like
yeah, that's
or like winning a side event tournament.
that should be taboo. Popping off on a good melee player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it should. You should
It's-
pop off on shitty players 'cause it's funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Hell yeah.
Real quick, apropos of Miles being a soulless human being, when I was here, we were at Smash the Record, and I woke up in the morning. Me and Ludwig were playing Melee, and because we were staying here, and I'm beating Ludwig with my Marth, and I'm like popping off like Chongwood or something. I'm like, yeah, like there it is. It's a soundboard, and
yeah, we needed one of those.
and Miles comes down. He's like in his boxers, like, hey boys, because we're trying to go. We gotta play. And he's like, hey boys, and I'm like, Miles, like, Dad, I got the best Marth in the house right now. He's like, cool. Like with the most deadpan expression, like I could not care less about anything you do in this game, and it was so like it felt so real.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and then he stopped and looked at me. He's like, I'm really happy for you. And I'm like, ooh, that feels really. Oh, it burned. It
Feels
felt
yucky,
so good.
dude.
You guys-
It felt so good.
You guys need to know that that's my internal dialogue when I do anything less than perfect.
I know, yeah. That's what was so sick, is because it was so
Honestly-
genuine. You like hated not only us but
I
yourself.
hate what that represents.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Anytime anyone comes at me like I did this combo, I'm like, wow, you fucking hit the bread and butters for once. You did one time. You did
You're
it
so
right.
self-flagellating. You need to get fucking sauced out, like your boy here in Bracky.
No, dude, I just need to train up. When I'm in practice.
No, that's our play. We microdose him. That's
Yeah,
that's the play.
It's insane. When I'm in practice though, I don't need that because I'm doing everything.
Right.
But like the standards, anytime someone's like, dude, I did this, I'm like, oh, you beat another unranked player.
Yeah.
Well
It's
done.
it's awesome how your standard is so high.
Yeah,
It's like sick.
yeah, it just tilts me when some guy comes up to me like one step closer to beating someone who matters.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love that. Anyway, real quick, I wanted to wrap up with Dawson's free market economy extraordinaire. No, I wanted to ask him questions. For one, so you're a TO, and you got TO ideas and opinions,
I
and
hate libertarians.
You hate
for the record-
libertarians.
for the record.
Okay.
That's the meme. That's the meme.
as we all do. And so when he mentioned so if two people aren't playing for Serial on a grand final set, and would you rip the pop bonus from their hands?
I don't know.
How would you feel about that?
You can't do that.
I feel okay. So I'm just gonna say my piece in my regards to this. I think that the pop bonus shouldn't be ripped. However, I do think there should be a form of punishment because here's the thing is. Because the argument most people have is they've earned the right to play
however they want.
Play however they want to. They've earned that right. However,
Players' rights. That's Miles.
No, like if
yeah,
you've
whatever.
gotten
You
to
can
that-
start your union and then
But like, what's the worst thing that a player can do? Sandbag and let the other guy pick up a free check.
yeah. See, but the thing is without streams, we wouldn't have like PM specific, like PM especially. Wouldn't have the player base. People don't attend tournaments that don't have streams. And so the thing is if a big incentive is a stream, then the thing is you do have to put on a fucking show for people. And the thing is when Thunders played Sopo, it's not even that he played a secondary because Thunders is the best player. He's beaten everybody with his secondaries. He's won tournaments, grand final sets with his Falcon, with his Ganon. It's not about that. It's about him playing Sopo because it's disrespectful to the person he's playing against for one who is playing his main. And it's disrespectful to the tournament organizers for elongating the set that doesn't have to be this long because he wants to fuck around. Because tournament organizers have to break down And everyone
people are
attending,
bumping out later.
Yeah.
And people who are sitting there and who wanted to watch a hype grand finals, because this was a run back to a relatively close set in winners. So someone there, me included, wanted to watch a good set between the two, and that's not what we got. And it sucks. And I think that it's like I don't think we should pull the pop bonus. I was memeing for the most part, but there should be like hey, you should know better. Like, don't fucking do that.
But what's the punishment?
I think what I would do is like, you know that scene from Casino where he catches the two guys cheating and he like breaks the one dude's hand.
Yeah.
It's like you say you get to keep the hand or the money, but you don't get both, and give them that choice. So they either get to keep playing the game without the pop bonus, or they get the pop bonus
and never play again.
Yeah.
I say, because here's the thing: is
I don't think that you should kick players off based on how they play. I don't think you should ban them from your events based on how they play.
What about how they act in the crowd? Because this is a sidebar that I forgot was at the tournament in Central California. I was informed that I am hostile.
You got kicked out.
No, not kicked out, but I was hostile, and that my cheering is toxic because I don't cheer for the players. I cheer against. I cheer against the players.
Interesting.
Cheering against sucks if that is true.
And
I definitely told Slime once to send Kenji back to the Cerritos Auto Square. So I'm kind of
and they
I
were
had to look that up, and I was like, "That's a good one."
Yeah.
And they told me, they said if I am at any NorCal ran events and I act out of line, they can and will kick me out of the venue.
Wow.
And it's for that reason I'm never going to an event ran by them, because I feel like that's fucking ridiculous. However,
am I being detained?
Yeah.
However, I am a huge hypocrite for now saying that the people playing on stream should respect the sanctity of the event.
Because you while out too.
Because I while out. But the thing is like,
it's case by case, really.
Yeah, I do see it as a case by case. And also, I'm not making the set longer. I'm not making the set harder. I'm giving the crowd entertainment, because the thing is what some people miss when you're watching when you're watching a tournament from your house. There's no commentary in the venue, so everyone's just sitting there watching the game.
Yeah, which is great.
But you have alcohol and friends in the venue.
Which is fun in its own right. But the thing is when you have a couple people in the crowd hyping the matches up, almost as an in-house fucking degen commentary, it makes it more fun. And I feel like overall people enjoy it more. And that's my piece for me being a stream or a crowd monster.
Yeah, I think my favorite moments from Power 9 were the crowd monsters. And
the hypest sets are the ones where it's like
not on stream.
Yeah,
and it's
for
just like
some reason,
it
ends up happening that way. And
I disagree. I actually like the high level melee. Actually, I actually really like SFAT versus Lucky, not Frito versus Cheeto.
SFAT wiping his disgusting
I've never been
rag on his face.
That was gang.
He
was just so. That rag was so sweaty.
I am concerned for his health. I like.
That's how you get a staph infection.
Yeah, my boy's not catching his flight this weekend. Like,
gonna get MRSA all over his face.
I got it again.
I think that really says a lot about why we play, though, is that people crowd around those matches, and then Lucky versus SFAT has 3 people watching in the crowd.
Well, it's also because it's streamed, and it's like they know they can watch it later.
Yeah. Wrangler v Money, that's in the moment.
Because that's also something you want to look and digest. Like,
I was gonna say, SFAT Lucky, 600 people are watching it.
And it was a sick set, and it was
that's the way it always is.
And you're just like,
it's just funny that, like, as Melee fans, we don't crowd around that and go, wow, at the time.
At the time. But if it wasn't streamed, people would. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I agree. Back to what I'm saying. Streaming's important.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also wanted to ask Dawson. Today, I found out that he's very against Arcadians.
Ooh, I'm actually interested in this.
And I didn't know he's actually vehemently against them, and I was actually very surprised.
Who is you?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering
I share
why.
a lot of my opinions with like Chroma and stuff, because we've actually talked.
Kind of feel the same, actually.
So what? So basically,
for starters, just like a general statement, Arcadians are fake tournaments. If there are no ranked players there, it's a fake tournament.
I feel like Arcadians are an insult on the reason why I came here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, explain, please.
No, that's pretty bad.
I think it's like really dumb to like.
I came here to lose.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta always have the hunger to lose.
Okay.
I'm looking to play the people who are on that list, and I want them to come out for whatever reason.
Because
but the skill level is so insane.
It's not, though.
The plateau is insane.
It's not, though.
How many rank wins do you have?
Like 4, 3. I mean, if we're counting SoCal, just 2. But if we're counting Nation, like 4,
so it's not
5.
You're saying it's.
And how many ranked losses do you have?
Probably like 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the skill difference. I think this idea that it's insane and that these guys are like this 25 are like unbeatable and stuff. It's 3 games of Melee. Anyone can win.
If I'm being real, dude, most of the people who like
Lucky's playing like bad these days comparatively to how he usually is.
Loses in PM to people. Yeah, continue.
No,
like that gap
like
is just really work.
Like I've been so
Like,
close.
So it's like you're circumventing work itself.
Yeah, it's like okay.
You're making it harder for the people who want
these
to do
20,
put in work.
these like 24 people on our PR put in the work. Maybe not Dia because he doesn't go to anything.
Right.
But like everyone else, like they put in
He
the
bought
work.
his position.
Yeah.
T is amazing.
They put in the work to get there and to be like
Okay, but
none
it's
of
one
them
tournament.
None of them are on a 4-year career. It's all 6 years plus.
Yeah.
essentially.
And it's like at what point do you like? I just don't really get why as an Arcadian player. Where you would not want to play a ranked player and get better if you actually like care about the like.
Well, I think what it is people are scared. People are like people want to get their money's worth, and some people don't see friendlies as getting their money's worth.
Arcadians aren't for the top Arcadians. They're for the guy who goes 0-2 and would
exactly.
maybe
It's
go-
not because all the people
with round robin pools at tournaments.
Yeah.
That's like my answer.
all
to
the
that.
people
I
people
agree.
who get top 8 at Arcadians are people who show up to almost every weekly anyways. So it's not about that because the thing is I think a lot of complaints that PR players have when it comes to Arcadians is that like why is there so many entrances? Why are you putting a pot bonus like this? We just announced the PM Arcadian. We have $100
I don't think there
pot
should ever
bonus.
be a pot bonus.
We
for an
announced a
Arcadian.
$100 pot bonus. I think it's a smart move for PM right now because we're kind of dry and we need more people to show up. However, I do understand the idea of like, well, why did they get?
Pay it to the people who deserve, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, I see that. I see that entirely. But yeah, no, it is. It's not for the people who are going to win. It's for the people who are going to lose.
Arcadians get insane turnout, right?
Every time,
and,
guaranteed.
And so Dawson he's like it's just about like it's just money, right? Like
it's essentially for TOs. Like if you throw an Arcadian, you're probably gonna get like between 200 and 300. Like yeah, it's a cash grab essentially. And I know people who have like really talked about how like if you're
If you're a TO who's strapped,
yeah, if I threw an Arcadian, I know like people would show up and like I'd make dumb money, like the most money I've probably ever made.
How frequent are Arcadians in Melee? In SoCal Melee.
In SoCal Melee, they're pretty frequent.
There was actually I
you
think
had
like
to
2
give
years ago, like around when the FD Arcadian happened. I think there was an Arcadian. Wait, no, that was
like a year.
recent,
That was last year.
It might have been.
go to
There
the
was
one
like
this year.
a
There's only
year
been one this
period.
year.
There was like a year period where there was Arcadians that would just like happen so frequently.
And I remember people, like Blur was like expressing like it should be like a once in a while type of thing.
Yeah,
guys.
Once a year,
Yeah,
once a
once a
year.
Yeah,
year.
SoCal PM does one every 6 months, and they transition it between Orange County and San Diego. And so it's like you get the SD peeps to go to one tournament, and then return the favor, come to our Orange County tournament, and it's frequent enough to where you keep people interested. People who don't show up a lot will fucking come out of the
I
woodwork.
think that's fine. I just don't think that it should be pot bonus. I don't think it should be regular.
What do you mean by regular?
Like more than once every 6 months to a year.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. When you have frequent Arcadians, and it's like, well, now you're just having tournaments that
Now you're just
banning
giving
players
fucking
from.
Joe
Yeah.
Blow a farm.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think at the base level, that's where it's like, wow, this player put in all this work, and now I'm banning him from my tournament. Because
Yeah.
I've always been about like
I've always felt that too.
including everyone.
What about like amateur like CS:GO leagues? Is that not
Those
the same?
guys don't make bread, dude.
Okay. Well, they might if they win.
They do, but it's peanuts compared to what the big boys are making.
yeah.
Not 200, 300
Yeah, I was gonna
entrants.
say, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like
Okay,
it's not
okay.
like it's not like where you'd have a power 9. I don't know what an average bracket at
Say a
power
power
9 is.
9
I'd
gets
say
70, 80.
70,
Yeah.
and then Arcadians for PM at least almost always breaks 80 to 100.
But the PM local would
Guaranteed.
have like 30, right?
Yeah,
So
30,
then
40.
so then
Yeah.
it's the fighting game double elimination tournament structure that is like a pyramid scheme that gives the top player money, and that's the problem, right?
No.
No, that's the initial problem is because the more people that enter, the more money gets rewarded to the winner.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it different from an amateur like CS:GO game.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the money gets rewarded
I
to
know-
a
I
team
see.
of winners in a
Well, I know
CS:GO
what
game.
I know what
Okay.
PM does is they make every Arcadian's top 8 payout regardless of how many entrances there is. So it's not like a weird like because for Melee players they do a case by case basis on allowing them to enter for PM Arcadians, and so like if let's say a captain face roll wants to, I think he's someone that asked if he could enter, and
What a fucker.
and Waterfalls was like no. He's like, no, you can't. Of course not. Why would you think you can do that? And it's and we discussed it because we were like, it's not because we think he's gonna win. It's just the idea of him asking if he can enter is like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always a top 8 payout, so it's never really, you're never catching a big check for getting first place at the PM Arcadian.
Yeah.
Still, though,
I mean,
I'd rather that. I don't like. I like top heavy payouts. I don't think that's the problem.
I've always been like in favor of top heavy payouts too.
I think that I'd rather one person eat than we all go home with $5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That reminds me. Continue.
Go. No.
Okay, so another. This is a Balk story, but so like I said, balcony is kind of wacky. It has like a, they kind of like to do a bunch of fun stuff. They make the events kind of fun, the tournaments or whatever. So for a while, what they were doing was for the end of top 8, they would have first place money, second place money, and third place money in a shot glass filled with a shot for fourth place, on top of the stream setup for PM. And on I think 2 separate occasions, somebody walked up, grabbed third place money, and then just left the fucking first place money, and then just left the fucking tournament.
Yeah.
And that's the problem when you have a venue that's a house.
Yeah.
Oh,
is
so
that
they
it
had
opens
the
up,
money out?
Yeah.
Why?
No, that's exactly. What's funny is like
That's not a fun.
no,
That's not a fun thing.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like it's
leaving
it's
the money out isn't a game.
It's a gimmick.
or a
It's funny.
side event.
It's funny because like they were kind of like don't victim blame us kind of, but it's like
I feel like that's a game
why
in
did
the
you
same
put
way
the
Russian
money out?
roulette is a game.
And then you're mad because you died.
Yeah, it's just like
shit.
it's like don't blame me that I had the bullet, guys.
It's not my fault.
Now I'm disabled. Pay for me for this.
For me, Arcadians are just they've always just been so whack. I don't recall ever entering an Arcadian. I definitely haven't entered one. I think in the last.
I don't think
2 years.
entering's the problem. I think running is.
Yeah, but I would never just.
He doesn't support.
yeah.
He's the moral. He's
Compass.
lawful good here.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
It's just like I know I could probably get 300 people to come to an Arcadian, like easy, and like knowing that I would make bank off of it, and like there's just other ways to like fix the problem of people going 0-2 and like giving them a chance, because honestly, like the people who go 0-2,
they're still gonna go 0-2
They're still
anyway.
They're gonna go 0-2 at
Every-
the Arcadian.
every-
It's gonna hurt more.
Yeah,
Every
it's
sick
gonna be worse.
Arcadian's gonna come out of the
That's
woodwork, and
me-
SoCal's full of them.
Me and Dave talked about that shit because everyone was like, "Oh my god, my bracket was so hard at the SSS Arcadian." It's like, dude, that was your fucking dream bracket. That was the first bracket you ever had where it wasn't single limb because you had to play
loser.
Yeah,
You had to play West balls.
yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you could have. That was
I
the
had
only
so
bracket
hard,
you were
man.
gonna make it out of, and you didn't
Yeah.
make it out of it.
It's so interesting.
I love that when like you're talking to some random like low tier Arcadian, and they're just like they're steamed over what happened at the Arcadian. And I was like, dude, who do we need to put you up against so you can?
Yeah.
What's it gonna take?
What-
If you're not
what-
making it now, get out the game, dude.
who do we need to give you so that you can feel good about yourself?
Yeah.
No.
And like I don't feel good about my wins unless like
Yeah,
what,
but you're a special case.
what the Arcadian should what Melee should be is like play well, play beautifully, play strong. Don't just play to fucking beat up Frito.
Fuck yeah.
I
like
think just round robin pools is like the dream. I know
Yeah.
like there's time constraints, but if it was possible for a weekly to have like
Yeah.
round robin
Well, I think
pools,
all you have
like,
to do is just have I think there needs to be incentives that aren't free venue for people to bring setups, because I feel like that like if a bunch of people bring setups, it's like then you're really taking out of the TO's pocket, which like they deserve a lot more than they get usually. On average, I think TOs deserve a little more than they get.
I don't know. How I
There's
feel
no
about
other
that.
way.
But-
There's no other way to incentivize setups though.
But that's the thing,
Yeah.
though. Yeah, exactly. But it's like if you tell them,
But that helps me out a lot, dude. Like if I have to like, if there's $1 that's taken out of like the venue fee,
Yeah.
like for another set to be played, which means like I finish the tournament faster. Like
yeah.
I'm completely.
I went
cool
to a
with that.
USC tournament last year, and like 3 people said they were gonna bring setups, and then nobody did, and we had like 2 setups. Like we're kind of spoiled. If you've ever tried to run a tournament without enough, it fucking sucks.
Me and Jet used
Yeah.
to run beach cons with like 4 setups.
It's
Fuck.
rough.
That's how I
Yeah.
actually learned how to like run brackets fastest, because
You had to.
I had to.
Yeah.
Like, and they were much more strict. Like, we had to be out by like 10 or some
Jesus.
shit like that.
So what's stopping you guys from doing something like, X amount of setups, we get round robin pools, and
for me, okay, this
I
goes
think
into
round
like
robin pools should ever be played out a weekly.
okay.
Honestly,
Hot take.
until now.
I
Hot
don't think
take.
that's a hot take.
Hot take. Coming in hot take.
90% of the time, at least in my experience, is venues like, I think Power 9 max fits like, 16 setups? Jack, can you confirm or deny?
Like 20 if you use outside.
Yeah.
20.
But you don't want to play
At a
outside.
max. Yeah, at a max.
That's
At
like
a, like,
ultra max.
At critical mass, we're running 20
If you're
setups.
overclocking Power 9, you might get 20
If we're
setups.
running Power 9 in real time,
Only-
it's 20 setups.
Only available in some weather conditions.
If you got that water cooler, we might be able to do it. Fucking.
That's
yeah.
a John right there. I lost outside.
But I was saying.
That's a hardy John. Like
that's a thick John.
Yeah, if you come at someone with that John, you're like, yeah, I kind of I won't hit you with a no Johns on that one. Like I'll
let that slide.
Me and Nick actually were talking about this earlier today, and it's like the idea of running a tournament like a weekly and like pushing it to its limit where it's like, time constraints suck and you can't have like tournaments over like 96 people or whatever. And like that's at Power 9 and that's like pushing the limit. But if Power 9 had like 30 setups in it,
I was gonna say,
that's
what's stopping the any of the esports arena tournaments from doing something like that? Well, TMT does.
You know what,
Smash
Mike?
Ladder,
It's
yeah.
interesting.
That's a good question.
It's interesting that you
Honestly,
bring that
let's
up.
not bring up Smash Ladder because we can go into that. But
No, we
Smash
won't.
Ladder is a broken system.
Oh, I can imagine.
No.
I'm gonna. It's
John's
a.
Shut up,
saying
John.
bullshit. He
I'm
doesn't
asking-
know anything.
Smash Ladder is a gimmick.
I'm asking the
Smash
question.
Ladder is
Smash
top
Ladder
player-
is as much as a gimmick as the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems legit.
It's a man
and
who
then
said,
you think about it for 5 minutes, and you're like,
Andrew
"This is
a
nothing."
is a better man than I for taking up that and taking all the heat from running a ladder.
Honestly, though, it's
Anyway.
not even heat. It's broken.
It's fine. Anyway, we're gonna wrap. So
We're
closing
wrapping?
thoughts. I know you were gonna say some bullshit about the block.
The block. New. Is this where I shill? Is this like a
Welcome.
Yeah.
No, this is your chance.
This is where you get naked.
Is this a
This is where
big
you get
finesse
naked,
to
dude.
where I just like shill at the end?
You want to
This
be
is
a
your
star,
chance.
Dawson?
You have to. It's like in the end of There Will Be Blood, where he makes him say, God is a false. I'm a false prophet. We're making you.
If it makes you feel better, on average, podcasts that do plugs at the end, no one listens to them.
Yeah.
So
shit.
no one's even gonna fucking
Thank
care about
God.
whatever you say. Anyways, continue.
I'm gonna clip
I got a
this.
tournament tomorrow, 5 o'clock. It's in Long Beach. It's in like a movie studio. It's fucking dope.
You know what they say about long beaches?
It's a long walk to get to the end.
Long
Shut
penis.
Hey,
Okay.
I was gonna say, for you,
Dick.
Lawrence Johnson,
Like it's-
Davis.
No, and this is like kind of the first time, which is why I've been having like talks with Nick and other people about it, where the venue has not constructed the Melee tournament. So I think this is a new era in which like
And you've
you
been
can
trying.
vouch. You can
You've been
vouch,
trying.
big vouch.
It's gonna be sick. And
It's
you've been
fucking
on the
ridiculous.
cusp of throwing up for the
the
past
entire time. Yeah.
3 days.
Because I think this is the first time I've ever ran a tournament where I'm the only issue. And I've like when I used to run Power 9.
There's
I
no
would-
Johns.
Yeah, no, exactly. I like the venue's perfect. Like the venue is like
Dawson feels
insane
the
amount of
same way about event organization as I do about Fox combos.
Yeah.
Right.
Imagine you got the perfect amount of sleep, perfect like eating. Like the tournament setting was amazing, cool, like 75 degrees.
Yeah,
And
it's
you missed the
outside.
fucking up air.
Yeah, and you just can't hit your single hit up airs. That's how
broke
I'm
it.
feeling right now.
rough.
This venue is like the most ridiculous venue as far as in terms of space that
It's
we
gonna
have
be
available.
Gang, if I can say that.
Yeah.
Can I say that on
Is it
air?
gonna be one of
I'll
those?
give you
Yeah.
permission.
Thank you.
I don't know if the NDA.
Is it gonna be like a kind of sad when it happens and there's like 8 setups, so it's like you have this mass space and everyone there's like one dude all the way in the back playing hacky sack.
We're
and you're
trying
like,
to-
what the fuck's going on here?
Like we're actually starting our own
How's it
vault.
going?
We're gonna start our own like mini vault. And-
There?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good.
Yeah,
deal.
they have so much
How are
space.
these guys just so on board?
They fucking got it like
got
that.
yeah,
Got it like that.
Got it like
and they
that.
saw that I got it like that, and they were like, "This is the man's." Actually, it's Jerry. 100% credit goes to Jerry.
100%
Hell
Jerry.
yeah.
He is
Jerry.
a better man than I
Powerful.
for giving me this opportunity. Bless it. Rich Kenzie.
The,
Bless him.
Rich Kenji smiled on all of us that
Yeah.
day.
But it's the first time I've ever TO'd a tournament where I am not constricted by venue or infrastructure, so it's very interesting and
He
exciting.
messages me once a day, I'm going to throw up. And I'm like, bro, you
God
you
damn.
got this.
You're not the only one.
You
dude.
got
I've
this.
I've been telling people I've been throwing up since I was born. I threw up at the Balk.
I don't
We
like
all
that
heard
talk.
that story.
I don't like that talk.
I know.
I'm not really worried. I'm
Imagine
just kind of like
alternate universe
emotionally checked
jock,
out.
confident Dawson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking nail it
the,
to the wall.
the alternate universe where he got with his Wiccan babysitter.
Oh,
And everything was
Yeah.
different.
What?
At age
Wait,
7.
I am so pissed that I just heard this now and I have no context. What episode do I have to listen to get this
The
context?
Wiccan babysitter.
I
I think we covered that.
I think
A little
I think
bit.
we covered this on.
I tweeted about it once.
Yeah.
I had a Wiccan
Anyway, the
babysitter.
reason why
She
he
was
is the
the
way
first
he
goth.
is. Yeah, the first goth he ever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Later, Sega Genesis, and we would play. I don't remember. I just went over to hang out with
Loosely
her.
related, babysitter at my household kicked me off the Crash Bandicoot setup. My brother got a butter knife, chased her ass out the house. So
Because he doesn't put up with that shit.
Yeah, that's what we do when we
Good man.
never take this man off the sticks.
exactly. When I'm on when I'm playing Warped and I'm trying to get that last power up, dude.
Yeah, I agree. Dude.
Don't
better-
fuck with
you
my
better-
bread. Like I'm trying to get the Wampa launcher. Like you can't fuck with me.
Yeah, so if you're in SoCal, come out to it or don't. It might be less
What's his
stressful
girlfriend's
for
name
me.
in Crash?
Trixie.
Yeah, it's like
Trixie.
when I'm after Trixie, dude.
Yeah.
Is it
Don't
Trixie?
even.
Is it Trixie from Donkey Kong?
That's Diddy.
That is Diddy Kong.
Trixie Kong. I think Cindy.
It's Cindy or Trixie. I don't know. Like his
I think
girlfriend.
Cindy feels
Donkey
right.
Kong.
The thing is Crash's girlfriend only makes an appearance in Crash 1 and CTR, and there's like almost never reference until like fucking Twin Sanity or some shit. So like it's
This guy's a
just,
Lot of
Crash
more.
fan.
so like
He's got the.
so like Crash's girlfriend is irrelevant. Who really the only people that matter in the game is fucking Coco and Crash, Aku Aku. You know, like the fucking
Coco's
Neo
his
Cortex.
sister, right?
Yeah. Fucking Brainiac, dude.
Goddamn right.
Question done?
No questions.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't.
Wow.
I don't
I do.
field questions.
Wow,
from
I
PM.
had a shill and I don't get.
We're not about the people.
I'll shit. No,
anymore.
I'll shit. I'll go next. So, I recently did an interview for a documentary my friends are hosting.
Oh yeah.
So we just recently got fully funded on GoFundMe. There's a Patreon out right now. I think it's patreon.com/pmdoc. It's ran by Adrian, who is Blanksy, and the party, aka Alex, the two people behind the balcony, for a Project M documentary. And I'm saying we, but I guess I'm speaking for our community right now. We met all of our goals, which means that we're getting three other documentaries coming out, which is Who the Hell is Switch, which is the Who the Hell is series that they do, which is just kind of like backstories on the players, and Who the Hell is Red Ranger, and then a documentary on the National Supernova, which was the first national that really kind of like pushed PM into like this, like we're not hidden, but like when Supernova happened, that was like the first time I think East Coast and West Coast really collided, and so like it started like the friendship and everyone coming over and like hanging out, coming to nationals across the country and stuff. And so if you guys want to go hit up the Patreon, check out the fucking trailers, all that stuff. I'm in it. I'm popping off. I'm winning a $20 side bet.
Hell yeah. You fit right in.
How many basements are there across all these documentaries?
A few. Also, we're at the end here. I was told not to talk about this.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
There's a
Secret law?
for a small 45-minute tidbit of extra lore. There is a vlog posted that I will not tell you what it's about. All I'm saying is find the vlog that is the longest vlog
Are you
that they
talking
have
about
posted.
the-
We can't talk. I don't want to bring up. I don't want to say any details.
course.
All I'm saying is
It's just the one.
there's a specific vlog that they posted. I think it's they're
This is about the fiasco.
yeah. And so it's honestly it's
That
a
hurt
really
me
good listen.
when I saw
It is
that.
a good list.
Here's the thing.
I was
Here's
enamored
the
from
thing.
the minute
Here's
one.
the thing is I was told like when I was asked to do this, I messaged Alex and I was like, "Hey Alex, is there anything you don't want me to talk about for
And
the
she's
podcast?"
like, "Oh, the thing you're talking
yeah,
about
and
now."
she's like, "This is the only thing I don't want you to talk about," and which is, well, I'm not going to say what it is because I feel like that's as much as I will adhere to that. Only because there is a 45-minute video on YouTube that was posted between 5 different fucking like Facebook pages, bleeding into the Melee pages, which concerns but doesn't really concern
It's
them.
quite a fucking tale.
And
it's
so,
a caper.
And so the
wild
thing is,
ride.
It's
yeah.
a
And so the
wild
thing
ride.
is like Alex, if you hear this and you get mad, I'm sorry, but I do feel like it's Like I feel like I respect it as much as I could.
If anything, people can get more exposure for what they're doing with the documentary.
The only thing I will say about it is, because I feel like this is the reason she didn't want me to talk about it, was do not hit up Alex, do not hit up Adrian, do not talk to them, and do not press them for any info about the video you're about to see, because that's the thing, is because it does kind of hit on something to them. It was a very emotional and kind of like...
It's fucking sad.
It was a really
sad.
shitty thing. I'm sorry for vague booking right now, but like, but it was really shitty. So please watch it, enjoy that content, but don't bug them on social media
dig a little
about
deeper.
it. Yeah,
just
don't
leave
be
it.
don't
Just
be
close
that guy.
tab and just play another
move
game
on
of
with your
something
life.
else.
Yeah, just chill. Just chill.
So yeah, all right, Mike Gunth. Can I call you Gunth?
Young Guntherz, Lil Thunder.
I'm gonna call you
Little
Gunth.
Thunder.
Thanks.
I'm gonna stick with that one.
Thanks for coming on. You,
Dude,
you were built for this gig.
I am so happy. I didn't know about this podcast until.
How did you find out? I'm always interested in how people find out.
I found out because I had heard about you, because I met you at the first Quicklies, which was now known as Star KO.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your hat. It was the Suffer hat. I was like, I want that hat. That's the coolest hat I've seen in a while. I come up to you, I go, hey man, that's a cool hat. Where'd you get it? You look at me very candidly, you go, custom made, and you walk away. And I was like,
I don't
yes.
remember this.
And I was like, this is the first time I met you, and I was
You're
just
absolutely
like,
swagged on.
yeah, I was like, fuck, if it was custom made, that's even cooler, because he like had the thought. He didn't see the hat and was like, I need that hat. He was like, I want that on a hat, which is like cooler, because that's OC. Like that's like.
He really did have it like that.
Yeah, in this moment 3 years ago, he had it like that. Like, and that was but that was the first time I had met you.
I don't remember that.
That's pre.
Don't worry, I remember very specifically, because I felt crushed in that moment.
Before you just
When I thought I was
nice
going to
to
make a
everybody.
friend, and you did not even try to make conversation
You just
afterwards. You
suffered.
fucking
pre-shill,
bolted.
dude. Pre-shill.
I hate when people try to come up to me and connect with me over some bullshit that I did on the internet.
Wow.
No, I don't hate it. I just feel like I don't know
Don't
what
backpedal this.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
It's like because you know me and I don't know you, and I'm still paralyzed by that idea. And
That's-
the hat,
no,
is,
that
the
is-
hat is just
I
a
love
precursor
that.
to that.
Because
that is weird, though. I know
because
exactly
then
what
I'm
you're
instantly on a. They already know that I'm up here and they're down here, and that's how
It's
it
not
should
like
be.
that.
That's what.
Again,
you're
I'm really working hard on like people coming up to me and being, "Hey, I like your stuff," and I'm like, "Thank you, I appreciate it," because I do. But it's hard. Shut up, Chong.
Big fan.
My-
Big
my
fan.
problem-
Big fan
Big
is
fan.
cancer.
My problem is,
No,
is,
big fan.
is
fan.
when
Hey.
some people come up to me and say that they enjoy oh dude, your commentary is funny. I think you're cool. I want to be friends with you and stuff like that.
Oh, I want to be. That's the PM player.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to be your friend.
And well, I'm sorry.
And here's the thing: is they sometimes it's not the people I want to
Yeah.
be fans of my commentary, which sucks. But you can't have it both ways. I think.
Yeah.
Like when you're me, like when I'm going for the bit, when I don't know shit about the game. You could ask me frames for anything. I will give you a wrong answer. I have cultivated a character in my commentary where I put on glasses indoors and I refer to myself as Psycho Guntherz, and I only give out bad frame data.
That's genius. I like that a lot.
And it is a meme on a commentator we have in SoCal known as Psycho Ghost, who does wear glasses indoors. And God is my witness. Someone asked him, he's like, why do you wear glasses indoors all the time? Like, why do you only wear glasses and shit? And he goes, oh, it's so people recognize me. People recognize me for wearing glasses indoors.
Right.
And I'm
You
just,
should have said because my future's too bright. That's the classic.
he didn't
reply
have
to
it like
one.
that though. Like he couldn't do that.
Couldn't
But
hit him with
But
that
his
one.
I just died.
his commentary is very very bland. He has a lot of game knowledge, but he's not a very
that-
live.
He's not
commentator.
throwing out the Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
kinda looks like
exactly. He's not.
bees.
Yeah, he's not going with the hot takes that Hillary Clinton wobbled Bernie to get into the
Yes.
election. Like it's like he doesn't have those.
Right. And
That's
you
about
gotta,
as thrown
you
under
gotta
the bus as you can get in Melee.
Yeah.
You know what though? I said something to Slime at STR, and I was saying that it sucks when somebody comes up to you and says the thing you've been saying with your boys and just kills it.
Yeah, we
And
talked about that
That's
last
the
podcast.
double-edged sword of having
I
people
tried
like what
it.
you do, is that they're in on what you and your friends
It's
say.
okay. It's all right.
That is actually.
I've had
I had
so
And that
many
is fine.
bits of
I
I
don't
had to
mind
be
that.
I had to be conscious of that today because when I found the pod, huge fan now. I was like, listen,
Big fan.
your boy tunes
fucking
in.
fan.
Your boy tunes in. And it's nice because it's a long form. It's 2 hours. I drive for Lyft, so I just listen to podcasts and work all day. So like it's good to listen to boys, like the boys.
Because we do it real.
And my problem is I assimilate real easy. So like
that's
so
what
it's hard.
That's what I
like
want
that.
to cultivate.
And so like
I like that.
idea.
I didn't want to come in here running in like, oh, I'm here to hang brain with the boys. Like I didn't want to I didn't want to
drop a couple bits. Hey, Dawson, don't appropriate me, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to do that.
Look, and that's the thing. A podcast is meant to be that. The podcast I love. I felt like I'm just hanging out. With my
You're
friends.
listening. You're just listening.
You're listening to your friends.
To a good convo.
And
I
that's
don't
how
even
it
know
should
these
be.
people, and that's how it should
Exactly,
be. But it's like, and you know what? That's great, and that's what I want people to feel that. But if you come up to me, I'm gonna be confused because I still don't know how to.
Yeah, if someone walked up to you and was like, "Oh, hey, Slime, oh, we should do this. It'd be a funny bit." I'd be like, I don't know. Like
Yeah, but I'm not. I didn't hire you.
Yeah, I'll throw
right?
I'll throw
Free market
my
didn't
hat
it?
in there.
The invisible hand had no say in this, dude.
Your boy
The
uses
hand
the
was
word
nowhere
bit
near.
freely because I sling jokes from time to
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I do stand up.
I've been known to appropriate one.
Yeah, I've been known to wear a headdress at a festival, so I'm appropriating all day.
Nice.
All right. Anyway,
Amen.
we're gonna wrap. Tell me when you're doing a show. I'll come heckle you.
No, it's embarrassing because when you're an open micer, you just fucking you go to a show where there's only comics and you go there
Yeah, exactly.
and you do nothing but do unproductive things like drink and wait to tell 3 minutes of jokes
To
for 2
other
hours.
comedians.
Exactly, to nobody who
Yeah,
gives a
it's
shit.
bullshit.
So it's
rough.
whatever.
Anyway, thank you for coming on.
Yes,
We'll
one more thing to plug. I do have a show in Apple Valley at the Apple Valley Inn. It is a concert, and me and my buddy Taylor Rizzo are going to be doing stand-up in between some of the bands. The band is
I love stand-up in
hand-
between bands.
headliner-
It always goes well.
Hey, yeah, headliner band is a good friend of mine. They
It's a
are
great
they're like a
The girl pusher.
yeah. No, there is.
Whoa, I
If
don't know
you're
what that
if you're
means.
into if you're into fucking like kind of like psychobilly-ish like fusion, I don't know. If you like a fucking upright bass, you might enjoy it. But
Right. There
but yeah,
it
I'll
is.
be there October 27th. It's a Friday.
October
It's gonna be fun. There's
I'll be a
Will
dreamer.
they be cheap, yo?
No, I won't.
yeah. I think beers are pretty cheap there.
I mean, how far is it from here? Because
As
that's
far as fuck. Apple Valley.
It's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
man.
it's a trek, but
if someone hey,
To
if
all of
anyone-
our
if
Apple
anyone
Valley
watches-
listeners.
but if
wants to
anyone
take me,
yeah, but if any of my HD boys are listening right now,
Hell yeah.
come to the show. It's gonna be a fucking banger.
Cool.
Well, the last one, huge success. Everyone had fun. Wall of Death, and so like fucking. That's all I wanted to say. Also, thank you guys so much for having me.
Of
on.
course.
This was fucking sick.
Of course. You have shilled the most, I think, out of anyone on this podcast.
Nice.
So well done.
All I want to do, baby.
Not
you're
a
in the
bad
number
thing.
one spot right now.
Not a bad. Yeah, you, Ludwig, me.
Sorry.
Dawson's at the
Sorry,
bottom.
I
Where
got
am I-
shit.
where
I
am
got
I
shit
at?
to push, baby.
No,
I'm out
no,
here pushing
I
work.
I feel like
it's-
I'm sideways from the list.
I don't think you've ever shilled for anything.
You're kind of like in the middle,
Yeah,
but you're
I'm
being
not-
torn.
You're okay with shilling. You just don't take a part in it.
Seems
I
like
don't
you
think
just
he's
show
okay
your
with chilling
practice
all the
regimen.
time.
You're like, if you guys
He's a
want,
very
you can do
case-by-case
fucking.
basis.
I'll never stop a man making a buck. I'll turn a blind eye.
And that
is the free market.
is
place.
That's the
free
free
market
market,
at work.
baby. That
All
is
right,
the fucking.
We're gonna end on that. Thank you,
All
guys. Bye.